Alright, hold up. Chill, motherfucker. I know, I think you're high.
No, dog, I think it's my headphones.
Yeah, maybe it's the headphones.
Here, give me this shit. I'm tripping. You probably gotta plug it and plug it in again. Alright, 3, 2, 1.
And we're live. Welcome to another episode of Daniel's Best Podcast. I am your host, Rob Vega, aka Robberryy, aka Dad. Before we continue, can you please like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends? I'd really appreciate it. Back to the show. We got my co-host in here, Evo.
Yes, sir. Here we are.
And then we got a first timer. If you want to introduce yourself.
What's going on, guys? My name's Isaiah. Homies call me Ice. I've actually known Robert for a long time. We actually pretty much grew up together.
Yeah,
so
pretty
it's been
much.
A while.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, growing up, I was, me and your brother we were the same age, so then, pretty much grew up together. You're his little brother, right?
Fernie, right?
Yeah, Fernie. Yeah.
And we played ball together.
You're right, yeah. You played football together. Fernie,
you guys are definitely brothers, dog. You guys all look alike.
Yeah, for real. The genes are strong over there.
For real. Shout out Pops.
Shit, bro. My Alex, I don't know if you knew, but Alex had a baby.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
so,
Shit.
So he's already 2, bro.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That's flying.
But that little kid looks like he could be mine, 100%.
Oh, shit.
100%, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'll take him to, the store or something.
Yeah.
And he'll be sleeping, and the cashier will tell me, oh, you're such a good dad. And I'm like, yeah.
You're like, whatever. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Hey, kids are chick magnets, bro.
Yeah. Nah, you're right.
I don't know, bro. I mean, I feel like they can be a deterrent sometimes.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Has it happened a lot?
I mean, well, not to me, bro.
You've seen instances?
Yeah, bro. I'll see, usually I guess it's with, older guys.
Yeah.
They'll be with a baby, and they just look like they're fucking...
Old?
They just look like they're about to die. Any
Oh.
second. And I'm like,
Oh, some
fuck,
shit.
bro.
They're
Yeah,
shot
bro.
out.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck, bro.
Be gone.
That's gonna be us, bro. Having kids
For real,
late
because
about
we
me like,
can't
yo, I got fucking what was it? I got
Crazy.
Jaeger ankles over here. That's wild, bro. Yeah. So it's been a minute. It's been a minute since. I mean, I feel like, despite all, because I want to be platonic as well, and I'm not even. This could be a perfect opportunity to reconcile things, if anything. But, we had a little bit of a fallout, like friends do and shit, in school, whatever. And but one thing that I felt that was genuine. I felt that when I saw you in school, even after me and your brothers falling out, we could still say what's up. We could still say what's up. We were always cool still. I thought you were a genuine person, you know what I mean? And, I felt like we vibed with each other in that sense where it's like we knew shit was still chill between us, you know what I mean? And then I was following you on Twitter we've been following each other for maybe like a year or two now, something like that. I feel like on specific topics that we talk about, we kind of maybe have similar views or perspectives on it, you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
I feel
definitely.
like... So, and I definitely can, also relate with your tweets and things like that, and then vice versa. So I was like, I saw your tweet, you're like, got a lot of shit to say, and I was like, you should jump on the podcast, you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
So I had you come through.
I think I seen that tweet, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so that's why we're here. But I was going to say... I don't know. I just think, and that's the thing, too, because I feel like a Twitter can also kind of tell you a lot about a person as well. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Right?
Especially the way people use it now. It's
Exactly.
I feel like a lot of people are very open.
Right.
And it's weird because you can kind of sense the way somebody tweets something.
Yeah.
Whether it's genuine or they're just fucking around.
You can feel it. Yeah, you can feel the vibe. Yeah.
vibe.
It's crazy. On my way here, I was thinking about Twitter and how I use it just randomly. And it was weird because, whenever I would Twitter for me is like a coping thing for me. I use it as a cope sometimes. If I feel weird or I feel off, you could get instant interactions on there, right? If you say the right shit or whatever. If you can make enough of a wave in there, you could get instant interactions, or you could literally just strike up a conversation at any time, at any point during the day. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's cool. For me, I remember using it a lot just for that, for coping. and I don't know. I guess it's good in a way. Like you said, a lot of people are being real open on there, and they're being platonic, you know, and kind of venting in a sense, you know.
Yeah, I felt like that's what that was for.
And what's interesting is I think honestly recently somebody asked me, they're like, hey, what made you want to get into the podcasting game? I mean, simple answer was just like, I just had some shit to say, you know what I mean? So when you tweeted that, it resonated with me, and I'm like, let's do it, you know.
Yeah, bro, yeah.
So that's what's up, man.
Now we're here, dog.
Now we're here.
We're in the studio, baby.
Yup. So yeah, I mean, how's your fam going? I mean, I know you got people already in your family having kids already and stuff. And
yeah, bro. So parents are good. My dad actually just got a job at AAA.
Okay.
Doing some IT shit. I don't really know what the fuck he does. All I do is like I walking by, you know, see his computer looks like the Matrix, and I just walk.
Yeah. I remember it. I remember
Shit.
I remember he was like into the computer stuff, IT stuff. Yeah, I remember that.
So that's what he's doing. My mom's actually working from home as a translator for the district.
Okay,
so
cool.
she's doing that still.
Nice.
Fernie and Isis, you know, I don't know if you know, but they had Matias. So they had a kid too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's like rounding 5, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, so
he walking right now.
He walking, he running, he
Nice.
cussing, you know.
Yeah. So like, I mean, as far as right now, like everybody's cool with each other, everybody's seeing each other, spending time with each other.
Yeah,
that's good,
cool.
dude. That's important. That's what's up.
We did kind of start focusing like on our immediate family a little bit more.
Yeah.
So we probably don't see as much as our uncles and aunts and stuff.
Yeah.
But the thing too is that it's kind of hard to get everybody together. You know, like everybody's got different schedules.
Yeah.
They have their kids, you know, that they got to worry about. And
Right.
Stuff too, so
especially when you're not under the same roof anymore.
Exactly.
It's different. It's way different. Yeah. Everybody's schedule is different. That makes sense. That's good, though. I'm glad to hear that everybody's doing good over there.
brother, chilling, vibing.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's good. Especially in these times with COVID and shit, right?
Shit's crazy.
Yeah, for real. I was gonna say, so I mean, what's your journey like? How are things with you? Is it going as planned? Do you feel like you're where you want to be, or are you in pursuit of it, or are you just fucking winging it?
So I think
curious.
right now, definitely right now I'm winging it. The plan. For
I like that.
Yeah, the plan. The plan for 2020 was disrupted very early on.
Right.
So I actually started this year engaged.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And I'm not right now.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I was engaged with this girl that I had been with for about 4 years.
Yeah.
So we got engaged in November.
Yeah.
You know, her birthday was in January, so at the end of January, we actually took a 7-day long trip to Florida.
Yeah.
So it was me, her, and her parents, and we went to Disney World.
Right.
And it was like perfect timing because it was like right before COVID had fucked everything up.
Right.
Dang,
Right.
It
Yeah.
was perfect. So we were there. We stayed at one of the Disney World resorts, and it was cool. You know, we had a good time. And then
Right.
from there, me and her actually jumped on a cruise from Florida to the Caribbean. So,
But it was planned, yeah.
It was all planned.
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
It was
cool.
all planned.
All right, hell yeah.
But we sent her parents back home.
Right. It's like, hey, this is our shit now. Take it from here.
Yeah, so we planned that for her birthday because she had turned 21. She was 2 years younger than I am.
Yeah.
So that was for her birthday, and then we got back. A month went by, and then we started talking about like having kids and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like I'm making $14 right now. I can't give you a kid.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we had our own spot, but she was working at the time too.
Yeah.
Like, she is whatever she's doing.
I mean, that's responsible.
Yeah, you know. So I was like, I'm gonna be honest. Like I want to wait until I can put the roof over your head and the clothes on the kid's back. Like I don't want to be struggling. I don't want to have to be worrying about shit. Like I just want to be able to go to work, come home, know that there's gonna be food on the table, gas in the car, and a roof over the head.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's like
Right.
the right way to go. Though,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So-
That's how to do it.
Right.
Yeah, we've been having this conversation back and forth, and then it got to the point where she was like, you know what, I'm not doing what I want to be doing. You know, like I'm not where I want to be. So I was like, okay. So it kind of like, to me, it sounded like at the beginning of the conversation, she was already steering to end it, squash it.
Right.
So I was like, all right, cool. So I asked her straight up, so is this it? Like, are we done?
Yeah.
And she just looked at me and yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So took me 3 days to separate and wash all of our clothes, and then it took me 3 hours to get out of there.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, so I grabbed all my stuff, and she was like, take whatever you want, you know, like, I'm not going to fight you on anything.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was moving back into my parents' house, and she was keeping the apartment that we had.
Right.
So I was like, I'm not going to fucking take a couch, you know, what the fuck am I going to need a couch for?
Right.
So I left the 60-inch TV, the 4K TV,
Yeah.
the fucking big-ass couch, you know, all
Right.
the pots, all the pans. Only thing I took was my Xbox, my 32-inch TV that I got back in, like, 2010. And then my clothes.
Right.
That was it, you know?
Yeah.
So...
I mean, the thing about it is, like, where you're going, it's like, I mean, you're going to make that shit back anyway.
Yeah,
you got to
exactly.
just live your life right now, you know, figure shit out.
Yeah, so...
Fuck, yeah.
So I moved back into my parents' house. About 8 weeks later, she posts a picture on Twitter. And it's of, what is it, an ultrasound.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's pregnant, right?
Yours?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Whoa.
no. Yeah.
Oh, so this is spicy.
Yeah, right? So,
This is a good story, though. I'm into it.
Hey, man, I didn't lose expense, but
That's crazy.
you know what? It, honestly, if it didn't happen this way, like, I'd probably be looking at things differently, but it happened this way. It happened. And yeah, like you just said, you know, like, it was at my expense. But I mean, right now, what I'm doing, I wouldn't be doing what I was doing if that didn't happen.
Right.
So, you know, it's cool. It was like, it happened for a reason.
For sure. Hell yeah.
So, yeah, 8 weeks later, she posts this picture, and she doesn't text me, she doesn't call me, she doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
So I'm over here thinking, like, this is possibly my kid, you know, it's only been 8 weeks.
Right.
So I call her, because she posts at, like 10 at night, 9:30,
Yeah.
something like that. So I call her. She
Yeah.
doesn't pick up.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, fuck this, dude. I go and I'm at home. I see the picture. I fucking throw on clothes. And I drive back to my old apartment.
Yeah.
And I knock on her door. And, like, dead ass silent, you know? Like, the TV just went off. Like,
Yeah.
Like, you know, I was fucking looking for, like, God damn it, what's her name? Anne Frank, you know? And I was a Nazi, bro. Like, they just dead ass, just everything just went quiet. Yeah. So I was like, what the fuck? And all I hear her say is, who is it? And so I told her it's me. And so she, like, creeps out the door. Like, she opens it real slow and it creeps out, like,
Whoa.
like she wasn't trying to let a dog out or something.
Yeah.
So then,
The motherfucker was there. Huh?
yeah, he was fucking there. Yeah, he was fucking there. Yeah, that motherfucker was there. Yeah, see, he already knew, bro. So,
Yeah, we got experience over here on this table.
so she comes on out, and I'm like, hey, so you're pregnant, you know? Like, and I just asked her straight up, is it mine? And she said no. And I was like, no? Like, what do you mean, no? Like, it's been 8 weeks, you know?
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm 6 weeks pregnant.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, you're 6 weeks pregnant, which means you got pregnant 2 weeks after we broke up.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah. I was like, so who, like, what the fuck? Like, who are you, like, whose baby is it? And she was like, it's Jimmy's, her coworkers.
Whoa.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That trips me out about coworkers.
Yeah,
We've
bro,
talked about
so-
shit about that too.
Yeah.
Bro.
And that's the thing, too, is that we've had discussions about this dude.
Yeah.
Like, I already fucking knew as soon as I met this dude, he wanted to fuck her.
Oh,
You know what I
you
mean?
got the vibes
Yeah,
and
I already
shit.
fucking knew.
Yeah.
So when she told me that, I was fucking pissed, dude. And
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I said,
I'm
like,
sorry, dog. I would have been knocking doors down.
yeah,
bro.
bro. So
Breaking windows. I don't give a fuck,
Yeah.
bro.
fuck, bro. Even now, like, I'm shaking a little bit.
Mhm.
I can feel it, bro. I feel that shit.
Oh, yeah,
dude.
for sure.
I feel the way you're feeling is how I felt like when I found out about everything. My chick lying to me and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Caught her coming down from the penthouse and shit when I was doing a side job.
Yeah.
It was nuts, dog.
Yeah.
Fucking nuts.
So,
Telling you.
yeah, you know, like the TV cut and everything.
Damn.
And I was like, so is he here right now? And she was like, yeah, he's here. And I was like, fucking, dude, it fucking took everything in my goddamn power just to turn around and walk away.
Yeah.
I just fucking, like,
Yeah.
I've never been that fucking angry before.
And what's crazy,
I
I
feel you,
understand, even in that moment, it's just like undescribable anger. But it's crazy, though, because in a sense, you're almost right when you said, like, everything had to happen for a reason. And it's crazy because even in that moment, when everything seems as fucked up as it is, it's like you were about to get engaged with somebody who got pregnant 2 weeks after you guys broke up. Like, she did you a favor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
And that's the thing, too, is that, like, every time I tell this story, everybody hits me with the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Honestly,
right.
it's better that it happened now. Because,
For
you know,
sure,
like,
yeah.
think about it, you know, like a year from now, 2 years from now, when you guys do possibly have a kid.
Or married,
Exactly.
yeah. Spousal
And then-
support, all that
If
shit.
she were to do some shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
And
Yeah,
just to
so-
know she did that shit like 2 weeks later.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Like, nah, that
And,
shit,
like-
there was history there, dog.
Yeah, for sure.
Of
for
course,
sure.
dude.
Like,
Yeah.
and, you know, so whatever, I fucking, like, after that, like, I'm walking out, and they have a little gate that you have to walk through. I fucking slammed the gate hard as fuck, you know? Like,
Fuck
it's
outta
fucking,
here.
yeah, it's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And then I hop in my car, and, like, I'm flooring it to the house, and I'm, like, shaking, you know? I'm fucking crying.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm,
yeah.
fucking pissed.
Yeah.
And my homeboy just happened to call me at that same time. And he was like, "Hey, bro, are you okay?" And I was like, "Fuck no, I'm not okay." And I'm fucking yelling at this dude, like,
Yeah, yeah.
"What the fuck? Like, why the fuck would you ask me a dumbass question like that? You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
are
yeah.
you fucking stupid?" And he's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa." He was like, "Your sister told me to call you.
Yeah.
What's going on?"
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, so you don't know?" And he's like, "No, like, what the fuck? Like, I don't even know why you're yelling at me."
Oh, okay, yeah.
So then I told him, and then he pulled up to the house.
Yeah.
We hung out for a little bit, and like,
So that's a real homie right there.
yeah, bro, and it was fucked, bro. Like, that first night was just fucked, you know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
was fucking shaking.
Going through it, yeah.
bro, I was crying.
It was a tough week.
Yeah.
It was, yeah, bro, it was
That shit
fucked.
was,
Yeah.
I feel that shit.
Yeah.
bro.
Sounds like a tough
Like,
week,
you
yeah.
talking about it just kind of, like, gives me goosebumps on my back. dog,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
how mad, because I've never been so mad in my life like that.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing, too,
That's
is
a
that, like,
fucked up feeling.
you, like, after 4 years, you know, and we were living together for probably, like, 3 total.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like, the amount of love, the amount you invest in somebody,
Time.
like, yeah, you know, and, like, stuff that you can't get back, you know, and, like, stuff that you have to very choosy about giving to people.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right,
Like,
right.
I'm letting you into a part of me that I don't let everybody into.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
This love, like, it's a version of love I'm giving specifically for you.
Yeah.
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Not
This
everybody
time-
sees that version.
Yeah, and this time that I'm giving to you and dedicating to you, I'm never getting that back.
Yeah, it's
You know,
priceless.
it's priceless. So for you to, like, love somebody like that, and then for them to do you like that,
Yeah. Yeah.
it really fucks up your perception on a lot of things, you know?
Yes.
It's like,
I was
God damn,
just
you
about to
know,
ask
like-
you about that too, on your perception of like women and love and just the way shit's going right now. It's like, how do you feel about it? Is it too early for you to give a definite answer? Or are you just feeling it out?
No, so I've actually thought about it a lot. So, like, after all that shit happened, the night that it happened, I mean, you met my grandpa, you know?
Yeah.
And you know how my grandpa was. My grandpa was this super, like, open. You have to forgive, you know? You can't let things, you know, like, fuck you up. You
Yeah.
have to keep going, and, like,
Yeah.
things happen for a reason. He was, like, all about his belief, you know? All
Yeah.
about his faith. So that night, like, I'm, like, shaking, you know? Like, I've got all this negative energy running through me. I'm lying in bed, like, 2 in the morning, and, like, I'm fucking frustrated as fuck.
Yeah.
And my dad comes and he knocks on my door. And, like, you know, my dad, he's not, like, he's not this big, you know, lovey-dovey dude. He's
Yeah.
more of, like, a, why the fuck are you crying kind of kid guy,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know? So he comes and he knocks on my door, and he looks at me, and, like, I've never seen his face like that. Like, it was just, like so full of concern.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he grabs me and he puts his arm around me, and he just holds me.
Yeah.
And I just fucking broke down, man. Like, I
Yeah.
just fucking started crying. And then, like, as I'm crying into his chest, like, I'm just standing there, like, crying into his chest.
Yeah.
And, like, 2 minutes go by, and, you know, I was like, you know what? Nah, fuck this. I was like, I'm not gonna fucking stand here and cry and be fucking miserable and think about this shit when it's like, the only thing that's gonna do is fuck me up.
Yeah.
The only thing that's gonna do is stop me from going where I need to go and doing what I need to do.
Yeah.
So that night, I was like, I have all this fucking energy, this negative energy into me. Like, I need to find a way to make that shit positive.
Yeah.
And she always talked about having kids, you know. And so that night, I decided, you know what? This could be a blessing for both of us. You know, she got that kid that she wanted, and hopefully that
Yeah.
kid brings her the happiness that she's looking for.
Yeah.
And hopefully it works out between them, you know, and they can have their happy family that she wanted.
Yeah.
And for me, you know, it's got to be a blessing because I need to find the good in this, you know.
Yeah,
she
that's great.
she decided to do this. She decided to make that decision, and now she's got to, live with whatever that brings.
Yeah.
And I do too. But
Right.
the difference is that she's already moving on. She's already doing what she's going to be doing.
Yeah.
Now, am I going to spend more time letting this fuck me up, or am I going to take this time and go and fucking develop myself and be something and do something with my life? Because I'm not going to be one of those fucking guys that, like, 10 years from now, I'm fucking having trust issues because of something that happened with this girl.
Right.
So after that, I was like, you know what? I had a couple of friends who'd been seeing therapists. I've never been to therapy before.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? This was a really fucked up situation. I was like, maybe I should see somebody.
Yeah,
and,
for real.
ask about this shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I set up my appointment. They asked me, like, how are you dealing with your depression? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So I told them I started working out, like, I'm starting to hang out with more people.
Yeah.
I'm getting, reacquainted with a couple of people I knew in high school. Like,
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
like, little stuff, but, like, stuff that it definitely mattered because it meant I wasn't sitting at home just thinking.
Yeah,
or just
for
sitting
sure.
at home just not doing anything.
And see, what's even interesting about that is, like, there's people that are not even in breakups, and just sitting at home is dangerous for them. Because, I mean, to a certain extent, yeah, you got to be alone. I believe that, and you got to learn how to be alone by yourself. But for me, I'm a natural extrovert. If I'm alone too long,
it fucks with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I kind of get, like, depressed, And then I gotta feed the social energy bar once in a while. I may hit this dude up like, hey, what are you doing? I'm coming over, or whatever,
Right.
or what are we up to? I'll just FaceTime. I'm like, hey, what's up? We'll talk on the phone for a little bit. You know what I mean?
That's the thing too, bro. Is that's actually like a big part of people's development. Like I'm an extrovert too, so like me and you probably identify with it a little bit more because we long for that human interaction, Like, we gotta talk to somebody, like we have to. But even like people who are antisocial need somebody too. You know what I mean? Maybe not as often, maybe not as not as much. But there's somebody that they feel comfortable, just being with. And every so often, everybody just needs that.
Exactly. That's
just somebody to
facts,
hang out with.
Yeah,
damn truth.
Or even just shoot the shit. Like, and that's why we always tell him, like, the podcast could be endless because we're just doing what humans want to do is just interact, talk, talk about some shit, and listen,
listen.
and that's one of the most important parts too, the listening part. Because like we're in this setting, and you know how it is, where you're in a group setting, you start saying some shit, it might be too deep for everybody that's there, or someone just might crack a joke right after. And then that's the end of it,
and it just invalidates everything you were just talking about.
Exactly. And then that's the thing when he always talks about it in a joke kind of sense, but I mean, there's a lot of truth to it, but these mics like do something to people. But what's interesting is that this setting allows us to also listen too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and hear people out.
Straight up.
But it's that's I'm kind of tripping on how you rationalized it in that moment when you were in your room, because it's like it's weird because for some people I like to think that I would come to that point where you're like, you only got two fucking choices. You could sit here or you could find the good in it, and that's it. And it's like, and it sounds like a chore to try to find the good in it, but it's like, well, feeling like shit ain't great either. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you should pick one, you know what I mean? So that's good, man. I'm glad that it's that in that day that way you can like right at that moment you started just moving up from there,
Yeah, and it was cool because, like I told you like earlier, like I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now if I was still in that relationship because I was working at this spot called Grocery Outlet. And I was like stocking beer and wine, and just stocking like not doing anything, bro. And it's pretty much like a mom and pop shop because it has its own individual owners. So they're paying you like a fucking mom and pop shop, So I'm making $1 over minimum wage, like just to kind of be there and just kind of waste time and like make money while I'm doing it. And then they had this position open. It's called for the corporate set team. So pretty much you would get promoted to corporate and you would be traveling around like Washington, Oregon, California. Sometimes they'll send you out to PA. Pennsylvania.
Nice. You can travel a little bit. Some perks.
Yeah. And all you'd be doing is setting up new stores and remodeling old ones.
Nice.
Like, that's it.
That sounds sick as fuck, honestly.
Yeah, so
it's like hands-on too,
Hands-on as hell, So you gotta, go in there and like And the cool thing is that you're doing it without any customers. You know what I mean? So you gotta fucking deal with all the dumb shit.
Yeah,
like,
so you're kind of, in a sense, like your own boss.
So in a sense,
bit.
bro, I still get shit on a lot.
Oh, okay. To be real, okay.
Yeah,
right.
to be real, I still get shit on a lot. But it's cool, man. Like, I heard about this this position probably 3 years after we were together.
Yeah.
So I had known about it for like a little while already.
Yeah.
But I was like, I can't travel, you know, like I can't be gone that long.
Yeah.
Like, it'll fuck me up, you know, not being with you. Like
Yep.
So I never thought about it.
Yeah.
And then like probably like a week after I broke up, or like we broke up.
Yeah.
You know, or not a week after we broke up, but a week after I found out about that.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what, dude? Like, I was like, I need to fucking do something. I was like, I need to either get a new job or I need to get promoted. I need to do something to get me the fuck out of where I'm at right now. Like, I can't stand still anymore.
Right.
So I started looking at other jobs, and like, I was sending out resumes, and like nothing was sticking, nothing was hitting back. So I told my operators, I was like, hey, the owners, that set team position, would you recommend me for it? Mm-hmm. And they looked at me and they're like, we're gonna be honest, every day you've come into work today, you've been hungover.
Whoa.
Which was not a fucking lie. It was true. You know, I was drinking like a motherfucker. You know?
Yeah.
Like that night, I got fucking fucked up. You know?
Hell yeah.
So they're
right up his alley. That's right up his alley.
I feel like you're telling my story now.
Yeah, well, you know, like, and so they're like, you come to work every day hungover. Mm-hmm. Like, they were like, we know what kind of work ethic you have. We know the way you work. Yeah, it's not sloppy like this. And like. And I was really cool with the owners. Like, I was really open with them. So I told them, like, everything that was going on with me. Yeah. And they were like, we understand that you're going through something, like, really, like, severe, like, really hard. Yeah. But either, like, you need to shape up or, like, get the fuck out. Yeah. So they were like, look, we'll give you, I think they gave me, like, 2 or 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. They were like, we're going to give you 2 or 3 weeks. If your quality of, like, work improves, definitely we'll recommend you. If not, it's going to be a different discussion. Yeah. And so I was like, all right, for sure, you know.
It gave you, like, an incentive to get back on your feet.
Exactly.
Shit, yeah.
And even, like, without the incentive of, like, set team, it was more, they were giving me that, like, courtesy of,
before you get fired.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
We're thinking about, like, having a discussion about your employment here.
Right.
So shape the fuck up before we have to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, like, they didn't have to. They could have just fucking fired me.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah.
So on top of that courtesy, they gave me the incentive to get the fuck up. You know.
Yeah.
So I would still drink, just not as much.
Right.
I would still drink, just not as much. I wouldn't stay out as late. Like, I made sure my shit was on point every day I came in. Like, I wouldn't leave until my work was done. You know, like
not every process is a pretty one.
Exactly,
you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Do what you got to do.
And then so I talked to them again. They're like, yeah, for sure, we'll set you up. So I get set up with the interview. Super excited about it. It's on Zoom call. Nice. So there's like 6 managers on the call. Oh, yeah. So I'm sitting there in my room.
I've never had to do that.
I know, me either.
Fucking God, I've never had to do that shit.
With my button up, you know, my hair slicked back.
Oh, there you go.
And fucking my boxers because it's a Zoom call.
That's us right now. Shit. Like,
I got the slides on right now, bro.
My work jeans on.
Yeah, literally, it's all full of paint. You know, you're a painter.
Look like I rolled on the ground a couple times, bro.
And so they're fucking firing off questions, you know, like what do you think makes you qualified to, you know, join the team? Yeah. And so I gave them like projections of my sales since I took over department. And I was like, I'm up 55% in sales.
Here we go.
Like, you know, like I'm showing them everything. You know?
Yeah.
And then they start they're like, all right, this dude's like pretty much they were like, all right, this dude's good, you know? Yeah. And then they started shooting the shit with me. So they're like, what do you like to do for fun? Like, if we were to put you in a hotel room in Washington for like
smoke hella weed,
drink the whole shit.
Dog, you don't even know what I do when I travel. That's a constant party.
They're wasting money on this motherfucker. They're losing money on this fool. Nah, I'm just playing.
Honestly, man, it's fucking when you're traveling and you don't got shit else to do, bro. You pick up a couple bottles, you pick up a couple 6-packs, and you just get fucking faded. Dude.
Yeah, dude, kicking in the room.
He's had my calls a couple times.
Yeah, dude, like this motherfucker's on shrooms.
I'm shrooming.
He's fucking high as fuck, and he's driving like, hey. Where are you at, motherfucker? I'm like, dig, it's a weekday.
It's motherfucking Tuesday night. You know? Not even midweek.
On FaceTime, he can't even look directly into the phone. He's all like tripping the fuck out. Like, god damn, motherfucker.
Travel life, baby.
Yeah.
Down for it.
But and then then what happened when they asked you that question about what to do for fun, or if we put you in a hotel?
Oh yeah, so they were like, if we put you in a hotel in Washington for 3 weeks, are you gonna fucking lose your mind? You're gonna go crazy? Like, are you gonna quit and storm out? And I was like, nah, dude. Like, I got my Xbox. I can take my Xbox up there. Like, I got hella shit to do. Like, I fucking like. I'm not too good at it because I just started, but I started like mixing music, like the DJ sets and shit.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm still trying to fucking figure it out.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about it is that when you're learning is when you want to fucking do it the most because you want to get into it, you want to get good.
Yeah.
So
you rave at all?
Yeah. No, I don't, bro. I've never been to a rave.
Oh,
is that your shit?
It's you know what? I've never been, so I can't really.
You're gonna fucking love it.
You gotta go with us.
Yeah, bro. So when the rave fad came out, I had a couple of friends that were like fucking God damn it, the fucking
shufflers?
No, the fucking what do you call they were like Jehovah's Witnesses about it, bro. Like,
what the fuck?
Yeah, bro, they were trying to shove that shit down my throat so hard.
I see
dude.
what you're saying.
Yeah, and I was like,
scared you away in a sense.
bro, it was like to the point where I was like, bro, like that shit's like, I was like, no, I don't fucking like, get the fuck out of my face with it, like, yeah, bro, I was like, you're being fucking annoying as fuck about it. Like, it's cool that you're doing it.
Yeah, killed it.
And I just fucking. So then it got to the point where I started clowning on this dude about it. I was like, Jesus Christ, bro. I was like, you're spending $300 on a fucking rave ticket, like,
right?
You know what you can do with that $300, bro?
Yeah, you get 5 blowjobs with that shit. Bro. No, I'm just playing. I never paid for money for the record. I just haven't yet. Not yet.
You're lucky.
So yeah, bro, like I've never been.
Dude.
But I did meet a couple of homies like a year or two ago, and they're about that life,
Oh, okay.
And they're like, oh, dude, like it's super cool, like it's this vibe, like you just come with us and we'll go. And I was like, I'm down to try it out.
Yeah.
And then fucking COVID happened.
Oh,
it just fucked everything up.
Everything fucked up.
What's interesting about like the whole music part of it when you're getting into like the production of the music is like I had a homie Romero, and he was doing like hip hop stuff, like rap stuff, like he was doing those beats. And then I don't know, I'm just spitballing here, but like it was funny because at some point he got bored of it because like they always have like the same type of like tempo, rap and hip hop. Yeah, it's like always like the same tempo, same type of thing. Yeah. At the end of the day, like at the scratch level, it's like the same. But he said when it came to EDM, it was like endless possibilities, and it was like better for his creative shit. So I don't know. Eventually, if you end up getting into it, like there'd be more possibilities, I guess, right? Yeah,
that was my big old fucking boost for me.
Yeah,
going to EDC and shit. Like I said, this is talked about on the podcast also.
Yeah,
with Ernie and shit. That's our homie. I don't know if you know his sister Ashley.
Bras? Yeah, that's the homie.
Yeah, dude, yeah. So, and that's the thing, like
that's our homeboy.
Yeah, and then this fool got Ernie into DJing back in the day and shit. Yeah, because he was DJing. So so everybody kind of knows a little bit about mixing music except me, But it's all good though,
I'll be like, yeah, sound good.
Sound good, I think,
Yeah, so they asked me that. I was like, yeah, bro, I got stuff to do. And they're like, all right, cool. And they were like, we'll call you at the beginning of next week. This was like a Thursday. We had the interview.
Yeah.
We'll call you at the beginning of next week, let you know if you got the job or not.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool. Beginning of the week comes and goes,
Yeah.
And then it's fucking Thursday, and then it's Friday. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I actually asked the owners. I was like, hey, like, they told me they were going to let me know, and then they never said anything. Like, should I reach out? And they're like, oh, no, don't worry about it. We'll reach out for you. So they reach out, and they get fucking dissed. Nobody replies to them. Nobody talks to them. Nobody says shit.
Yeah.
So then, like, week 2 goes by. The beginning of week 2, I'm like, okay, maybe they meant the beginning of this week.
Right.
Maybe they're just, like, a little slow or something.
Yeah.
Backed up.
Yeah, so then that fucking the beginning of the week came and went, nothing. Mm-hmm. And then it was the end of the week. So I found the email of one of the people that interviewed me.
Yeah.
And I emailed her. I was like, hey, I'm just following up. You guys were going to tell me, at the beginning of this week that whether or not I got the job. If not, that's perfectly fine. I just want to know so that I can continue to search for other options.
Yeah.
And then nothing. Like,
what the fuck?
Yeah, no reply, no response.
That's weird.
Nothing. And I was like, all right, whatever. So then 3 weeks goes by, 4 weeks goes by. I'm like, all right, cool. I didn't get the job. If you don't get a call back, like, within a week or two, You didn't get it.
Right.
Like, all right, whatever. So then, like, I keep looking and I keep like applying and nothing's sticking. And then like another month goes by. And I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, I'm still here. Like, I wanted to be gone already.
Yeah.
And like the day it was funny because it was the day I decided, like, fuck it. Like, I'm just gonna go around. I'm gonna drive around and I'm gonna look for something, you know, instead of looking online.
Right.
And then, like, I'm at work that day, and I get a phone call from a Washington number. And I'm like, what the fuck, Washington? I was like, I don't even know anybody in fucking Washington.
Yeah.
So I answer it. They're like, hey, Isaiah, so this is Mark from Grocery Outlet. Potentially good news. If you still want that job, you have it. And it was like 2 months later, and I'm like,
whoa.
Yeah, I want the job.
Motherfucker.
You know? Yeah, I was like, about goddamn time.
Can we start today?
Yeah,
Fly me the fuck out.
Pack your shit.
yeah, and he was like, all right, great. What, when can you start? I was like, 2 weeks from now. Like, right now, this fucking second, 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
And then he was like, all right, sounds good. So I went up to my owners. I was like, hey, I got the job. And they congratulated me. They were super happy for me. I put in my 2 weeks, and I actually ended up staying a little bit over my 2 weeks because we had inventory that week.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't want to fuck him over, you know.
Right.
They were like, hey,
right.
you know, do you think you can come and help, like, you know, do this and then like teach
That's
the new
up.
guy how to order and like, you know, do all this shit. I'm like, yeah, for sure, you know.
Yeah.
So
like, shit, I'm out of here after that. That's why.
Yeah, bro, I'm fucking gone, you know. It's
Yeah.
cool. So then my first day. They were like, all right, here's your flight information. You're flying out of LAX. You're going to go to Oakland.
Yeah.
From Oakland, you're going to meet up with, you know, one of your team members.
Yeah.
He's going to pay for the rental, and then you guys are going to go to work. After work, you guys are going to go to the hotel and, like, whatever, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool. So I get dropped off at LAX, you know, like, I don't really know what to expect. And this is when the fucking fires are happening.
Oh,
you know,
okay,
this is when the
yeah.
fires are like real big and shit.
Shit, they never stopped.
I know, bro.
They're still
never
going.
stop.
God damn.
So I fly out. I land in fucking Oakland. I'm looking for this dude Victor, you know. And they told me, they're like, hey, you know, any Grocery Outlet merch like that you have, go ahead and wear it. That way he can find you.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, dude. I was like, the only thing that I have that's worth wearing is my sweater. It's the only thing that don't have holes in it, you know.
Right.
So I fucking throw on my sweater, and we land in Oakland at fucking like 10 in the morning. Fires blazing and shit. I'm sweating my ass off.
What the fuck?
Yeah, bro, because it's hot as fuck.
Whoa.
Yeah, and so you can like literally see like the apocalypse, bro. Like, you walk out of the fucking airport, the sun's orange as fuck. It's all fucking foggy with
Yeah.
dirt and shit, you know? Like,
The smoke.
Yeah, bro. Like, it's like the same tint that you would use like at the fucking apocalypse.
Right,
you know?
right, right,
It's
right.
fucking insane.
Yeah.
So then I meet up with this dude, and like it's this tall, lanky dude.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, "Oh, hey, how's it going? My name's Victor. You know, nice to meet you." And I'm like, "Oh, this dude's a fucking square."
Yeah, yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
this dude's a fucking square, you know?
Yeah.
And I got talking to him a little bit more and a little bit more, and this dude's from fucking Long Beach.
Oh.
And I was like, you can't be that much of a square if you're from fucking LBC, you
Right.
know? So I keep talking to him, and he starts mellowing out a little bit. And yeah, sure enough, bro, he was a cool dude. Like,
Yeah.
he ended up being, like, you know, tight. He is still kind of a square. Like, he don't do nothing. He don't drink. He don't, like, smoke. He don't do nothing.
Oh, okay.
And he's a raw vegan.
Ooh.
I don't know if you know what that is,
No,
bro,
I don't.
but It means he hasn't had a hot meal in 8 years, bro.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
What
dog.
the fuck? He's out here on the veggie boats and shit.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Oh,
I guess this
shit.
dude had a heart disease,
Oh.
and so he looked at it at the most scientific way that he could, and he like developed a diet around it, and now he's fucking fine. You know,
Whoa.
he's completely fine. Yeah.
Damn. That's wild.
We're over here like, nah, we need dead animals on these motherfuckers.
I
Like,
need a hot
I
dead
need
piece of
something
meat.
dead on
Yeah,
this
bro.
piece, dog, because, you know, fuck.
Yeah.
One of
yeah.
the first times I took break with this dude, he dead ass had just half a fucking cantaloupe. He just fucking eating
Oh
it.
my Lord, have mercy. Hey, I mean, if it keeps him healthy, though, he
Yeah,
don't
bro,
got a
he's
choice,
living.
right?
Yeah, he's living, bro.
I got a one question I had was oh wait, well, you did say that when you first started, you said, I mean, right now it's kind of hard, or how is it when you first started?
Yeah,
You saying you're not that good at it, getting your ass chewed out, or what?
Yeah, just a little bit. So we do what we call like sets projects.
Yeah.
So pretty much that we went to Oakland, and San Lorenzo was like 30 minutes from there.
Yeah.
So the city of San Lorenzo opened up a grocery outlet.
Yeah.
Mind you, this is my first time on a set, you know, doing anything, learning how to do all this shit,
Yeah.
because I'm used to running an open store already.
Yeah.
So they set shit up way different than you would like in an open store already.
Yeah.
Because everybody kind of does everything differently, because each one of these things is owned by like individual people, It's not
Yeah.
owned by like the company.
Right, right.
So people do their shit differently. So my operator did shit differently, you know. But we do have like a corporate standard that we stay to.
Yeah.
So that's what we use.
Right.
So I come in, you know, and there's like 2 people on the team. It's a team of 5 people.
Yeah.
There's 2 people on the team who've been there for like 3 years, like
Yeah.
3+ years. Then the dude I flew out with got hired 2 months before me, and the other dude that was there got hired like 2 weeks before him. So everybody else is fucking everybody else is fucking new. You know?
Yeah.
So the project lead, which happened to be one of the dudes that's been there for like 3+ years.
Oh, okay.
And what we call the receiver, which is pretty much she has to scan in every single item that comes through the fucking back door.
Jesus.
So she's fucking busy as fuck too.
Yeah.
She's the other person that's been there for like 3+ years.
Yeah.
So they're fucking busy. They can't fucking teach us shit.
Right.
So I had to resource the dudes that have been there for like 2 more months than me.
Yeah.
And like we kind of just had to fucking like,
Wing it.
Yeah, pretty much. You know?
Damn.
Fuck.
Yeah, so that was my first fucking project.
Yeah.
And apparently it was like a really bad project.
Oh.
Like it was bad. Like we were behind.
Oh, okay.
You know, like shit wasn't getting done the way it was supposed to.
Yeah.
Which I have no reference because I've never been on one before,
Yeah.
you know?
I wouldn't even take it. I would just
Yeah,
be
you know?
still chilling. Like, whatever. Hey, we're all dying here. Fuck it.
Hey, dog, just work construction.
I mean, technically, in a sense, it's kind of like
Right?
that,
That's what
right?
it
It's like
sounded like.
design, though, right?
So,
Interior, kind of, in a sense.
So part of what we do too is like I just got back from Hemet. So
I used to live
Hemet,
out there.
yeah. So Hemet, they have a store that's open from, I think it's like 7 or like 8 to 9 or something.
Yeah.
So since they're open during those times, we'll go in at 9 at night. And
Yeah.
all the steel shit that they have, like that, holds the shelves and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's an older store, we replace all of that.
Right.
So we fucking unanchor it, take it out, put new steel in,
Oh, okay.
re-anchor it,
Well,
fucking build the shelves.
That's
and
tight.
shit.
What's good about that line of work is you're probably never going to run out of work.
Fuck
That's
no.
what I'm saying. It's almost like a
No.
construction type of feely job, you
It's
know?
definitely
Yeah.
like a half-time construction, half-time like
Right.
coaching kind of job.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like-
yeah. That's cool. I like that. I like that. That sounds cool. Sounds like I like that middle ground of construction. See, like I don't know if I could, because I mean, you know what? I think I'm a hands-on person. So if I was doing straight up like fucking, if I was like a laborer, I probably
Right.
like it. You know what I'm saying? But I really like how, because I'm an inspector for construction, so it's like I do a lot of. Sometimes I'm out in the field. Sometimes I'm driving around. Sometimes I'm picking shit up. I kind of like that type of job. So your
Yeah.
job is kind of like in a medium of like we do different shit all the time. So
Yeah.
that's always fun. I always think those jobs are fun because you're doing something different.
So
kinda.
it's cool, like when you have like supervisors that understand that like what you're doing isn't traditional and like, it's
Right.
a little out of pocket.
Right.
So like I said, we went to Hemet. Well, we got done with the Hemet project early.
Yeah.
So we clock in 40 hours a week, whether we work or we don't work.
Yeah.
So they're always trying to find us something to do because they want to make that time worth it. You know.
That's right.
Yeah.
So they're like, hey, all this steel and shit. He was like, my boss is like, we have a lot of it left over in Orange County and in San Diego.
Yeah.
He was like, so you guys are going to drive to San Diego, pick up as much of it as you can. Then you guys are going to drive, 4 hours to Oxnard, drop it off.
Yeah.
Then you guys are going to come back to San Diego, finish.
Yeah.
Go back to Oxnard, drop it off, and then come back to Orange
Yeah.
County.
Easy
do all those
money.
stores, Yeah. So we're
Easy
fucking
money,
driving and
baby.
shit.
Damn.
Listen to me,
Yeah.
bro. We had to hit 7 stores in San Diego and 6 stores in Orange County. Mind you, San Diego County and Orange County are fucking huge.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
huge.
yeah.
It takes time to get to these stores, let alone
Yeah.
putting this shit inside of. We didn't even have a semi. We had a U-Haul. So
God damn.
yeah, bro. So we're fucking out here struggling.
Yeah.
These dudes wanted all this shit done in like a day and a half.
Right. Right.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? are
I'm
you
cruising
guys-
it. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
dude. I was like, what the
like Orange
hell?
County to fucking San Diego. That's a mission.
That is
Yeah,
a
bro,
mission.
like-
yeah.
That's a mission.
So we got chewed out about like the way we were spending our time and like
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
like that, and we were like, dude, like I was like, you guys like just don't get it.
Right.
Like, it's not like we can just fucking. We're not
Yeah.
in helicopters, dude. We can't fly over
Right.
this traffic.
Here's
bro.
here's one thing too that like maybe I could serve as like some help is like they understand what you're doing is impossible, but by them nagging at you, they hope that maybe like you'll go like
find a fucking way.
2 or 3 miles per hour over the speed limit and chance your license so that you can get there on time. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
the thing about it is it's all about like quality control. How do you do that with employees if like they never do anything wrong.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Or if they're reasonable all the time, there's nothing to scold them for. But you get what I'm saying, though?
Yeah,
that makes sense, right?
You gotta create a problem to fix the problem.
Exactly. or to get people like on some urgency shit that doesn't even need to be there. You know, I don't know. But maybe like a higher up would be like, hey, fucking squeeze out some more fucking time or some shit. You know.
As much as you
but
can,
see, and here's the thing, like that I've also mentioned before. It's like one thing about my job is like I think about the entire perspective, and I think about everybody in the office. I think about, because I've been in my line of work for a long time, where I can understand what everybody's role is, and after I've already talked to everybody, I know what they do, and I know who makes what decisions. And the thing about it is, what people aren't going to do is, I mean, it's the example that I just gave. All they want to do is, like you said, try to create that problem or whatever the case is. And it's crazy because, like, it's like I'm so understanding of what they're doing that it doesn't even stress me out anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To the point where, like, they'll call me, like, tripping the fuck out and this and that, and I'll just be like, nope, yes, nope, yes, no, yes. Okay, what would you like me to respond to you to what you just told me? Because I'm on my way now, so you know what I mean. And the thing is, they're not gonna fire you. You know what I mean? Like, I know what my value is to the company too. So it's like they're not gonna fire me. They're just bitching. And for me, I feel, because that's the thing, you get in your own head and you're like, damn, maybe I'm fucking up. Like, let me try harder. Like, they try to motivate you too, which is interesting. Like, that's almost part of their job applications. Like, you got to motivate your employees, and it's like, what does that even mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you're getting paid the big butts to motivate me or to talk shit to me. It's weird, you know.
Yeah.
But ultimately, like, that's how businesses work when you work for a company. You know, they have a little bit of like this weird manipulation to make you do more than what you pay than what you're paid for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, I mean, for me, it was hard for me to adjust to that. I don't know if you deal with that well or not. I mean, maybe if there's people that are watching and they're like really scared because any little thing they get yelled at and they think that they're on fucking
thin ice.
On thin ice, and they're probably not. It's just, that's just how companies work, you know?
Yeah, bro. And that's the thing too, is that like I said, I used to work at Albertsons. And, like, Albertsons all about like no hours, like a lot of labor, and like a lot of like getting shit on, you know.
Yeah.
So they were like, all right. There was one point where I had to close down 3 departments by myself in like a 6-hour shift.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, there's no fucking way. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Because of like the way that like my contract through the union was technically classified.
Oh,
they were allowed to do that too. So I'm over here like running around like with my fucking like hand behind my back, you know, like fucking trying to run and close down the deli and the bakery and the fucking the customer service booth and shit. I'm like, god damn, bro, and I'm still getting shit on because it's like, obviously it's not getting fucking done right. It's getting done right to the point where like it can be, you know, as good as it's gonna fucking get.
That's funny.
But it's like, bro, there's no fucking way. I was like, if you want me to do something right, give me the fucking time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
and it's funny too that you say that, because there's this thing that they go by in my company. It's like, if you can't get it done the right way, then figure it out, right? And so I do that, and like, it's not the right way, but we figure it the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And and it's crazy. It's a trip that you said that, because I understand that completely. And it's like, sometimes I get complaints from it, and I'll tell them the situation. They're like, all right, you're fine, and then hang up. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the thing too. And like, if I was in that position early on, I would have been stressed the fuck out. If I'm in that position now, and I'm like, fuck off, motherfucker, I'm not finishing that, you know, or I'm gonna just do one department right, fuck the rest. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
And that's the thing too, that like, and it's funny because I've only been in this job like, it just turned 2 months, like 6 days ago.
Oh, okay.
So I've only been in this job like not too long.
Shit.
And I'm already like, these fools are fucking tripping. There's no fucking way. I was like, we're gonna take the time we need to the fucking do what we gotta do. And I was like, and they can fucking bitch about it, because I was like, there's no fucking way that this shit's gonna get done, and no, you know, like, whatever.
I would reassure him, be like, look, bro, I'm gonna run you down this noise. All right, you're in the U-Haul. The motherfucker don't go past 60.
Yeah, I got a governor on that motherfucker.
Yeah, dude, I'm trying to save some guys too. You know,
trying to save the company. What you mean?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I'm trying to help y'all out too. You know what I'm saying? So let
That's
me work.
hilarious.
You know what?
It makes like no sense. I was gonna say, honestly though, I will say about the job you're in is like it's perfect because it will help you build so many fucking skills. Honestly, like people skills, customer service skills. You know what I mean? Adapting to different people's personalities. Like it matures you for sure. You know what I mean?
And that's the big thing about this job too, is that like I already know a handful of people that there's no way they're not gonna like stay on the team. Like there's no way.
They can't hang.
Yeah, there's no way. Like with the amount of drive that you have, and like the amount of like, and sometimes it's not their fault. You know, like the way you learn, like. It's not a traditional way of teaching. You're learning on the fucking fly. You know? So this is like a make it or break it or job, sink or swim.
Yeah.
You know, so either you fucking figure it out or you get the fuck out.
Exactly.
So I've had like the privilege or the like, you know, like the courtesy of being able to work in one of these stores before getting this job.
Right.
And having 6 years of grocery behind my back
too.
So as soon as I got there and they explained shit to me, you know, they're talking about like the way product flows and, you know, price points.
Marketing.
And, you know, marketing. You know, our amount of like profit margin.
All of that already.
Yeah, I was like, all right, cool, I understand all of that. And they're like, wait, really, you do? And I'm like, yeah, I get this. Like, this is what this means. This is what that is.
Nice.
And they're like, oh, okay, cool. Like, this dude's not fucking dumb.
right. He's like completely clueless.
Yeah, he's
right?
like, he's not fucking dumb. So, like with that being said, a couple of these guys got hired before me.
Yeah.
But I'm already getting trained to lead my own sets.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So with this next set, I'm going under training to lead the next project.
Got it. Nice.
So
that means you're doing good.
Exactly. You know,
That's
like I'm trying to fucking do the best that I can.
Hell yeah, bro.
And like learn as much as I can.
Yeah.
But like I said, you know, I can tell like with some of these guys, they're just here for the check and they're not even doing a good job at that.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing too, man. In a sense, you kind of have to like what you do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We talked about that a lot. I don't know if you've seen any of them. There's really good ones with Feener and my friend Abe. We call him Ham, but like we talk a lot about that type of shit, about like just getting a check or collecting it. Even the Steezy one, he was saying like if you don't even kind of like what you do, like what the fuck? Yeah, like how you gonna get through the day? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and what's good too is like it gives you a new outlet to kind of be like, oh, I get to put my energy here and grow from here. You know what I'm saying? And kind of just start that new life that you were, you know, kind of going after. That's good, man. I'm glad that things are going in a better direction now, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Me too, man.
It's weird how shit works like that, huh?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, like I said, man,
like
I
shit
opened up.
Yeah,
shit you know, like happens like that.
You got like a sick opportunity now, you
reading
know?
the signs, dog. They're coming at you, dude.
Yeah.
And now you gotta pick them motherfuckers up.
Yup, man.
That's a cool gig, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, one thing I was curious to know is like, was it hard to kind of not be influenced on what you wanted to do in your life, career-wise, with your parents, or did they kind of just let you do you?
So, actually, right now where I'm at, it has a lot to do with where I started. And that really just has a lot to do with like just luck and chance. Because I mean, I applied at Albertsons when I was 16.
Yeah.
And I got the job and like I just stuck with it. You know what I mean? And because I stuck with it, it paid off right now doing what I'm doing because I had a resume to send them that kept their eyes on me.
Right,
you know?
right.
So that kind of has like that was kind of just by chance, like particularly what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
As far as my parents and like the support that they gave me, they really wanted me to go and finish school, which I didn't.
Right.
I went to San Marcos for like a year.
Yeah.
Pulled out my loans. And I was like, this isn't where I want to be.
Yeah.
You know, at the time, I had a girlfriend, and she was like, you know, like, I wanted to go to CSU Chico. I wanted to go to Cal State Chico. That's where I wanted to be. I had visited the school. It was awesome. Like, I had a whole bunch of friends that were going there.
Yeah.
Like, I would have had a good time.
Yeah.
And then my parents were like, hey, you know what? We're not going to be able to help you if you're in Chico. You know, you're going to be 8 hours away.
Yeah.
San Marcos is like 45 minutes away. Why don't you just go there?
Yeah.
And then my girlfriend was grilling me, too, because she was like, the only reason you want to go there is because of this girl that's going up and you like her. Which, I mean, she wasn't completely wrong.
Now we can say that.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. She wasn't completely wrong.
Yeah.
But then she up and went on a full ride scholarship to Hawaii. She was fucking gone, bro.
Fucker,
You know?
fuck you.
She was
You
fucking
should have
gone.
been like, someone's out there that you're waiting for. Nah.
Oh, so she got to do your shit, but you couldn't do your shit.
Exactly, but
Ain't
I
that a
got
bitch?
I got tripped out for fucking wanting to go up there.
Yeah.
So I made the decision. I was like, fuck it, I'll go to San Marcos. I got
Yeah.
a couple homeboys that are going there, and then I linked up with my homeboys. We made sure we got the same schedule and shit, and we did not do dick.
Yeah.
We just fucked around. We
but
just fucking.
but that's the thing, because did you feel like college just wasn't for you?
So that's the thing, is that I really don't know, because like I went and I just didn't want to be there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I knew like I didn't want to fucking be there. That's not the school I wanted to be
Got
at.
it,
So my
yeah.
entire energy for that year was just like, fuck this.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
this place. Like
Yeah.
I honestly didn't like give it a chance, to
Right.
like disappoint me. I just fucking
I get it.
automatically disappointed,
Yeah.
you know.
And that's good, man, because it's weird. Like, I mean, you could do something for a couple years and be like, damn, I never liked this, and I did this for more years.
Yeah.
For no reason. You
Yeah,
know, I've
yeah.
done that plenty of times, you know what I mean? So that's good that at least, like, you know what, this ain't it, so I'm out. So
Yeah, and it's funny because then I ended up going to up to Chico, and I
Mhm.
went to community college up there.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it, I'll just do what I was gonna do down in SoCal up here where I wanted to be.
yeah.
And then I realized, like we were talking about earlier, about being the extrovert and needing that human interaction.
Yeah.
I wasn't getting enough interaction that I needed.
Yeah.
It was cool. Like I got invited to parties and stuff, but like interaction,
Genuine
yeah,
shit.
genuine interaction. You can sit down, you can talk to somebody, have a conversation.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't getting any of that.
Yeah.
It was all bullshit. Like,
Right.
hey,
Like fake shit,
Yeah,
yeah.
what kind of music do you listen to? Like,
Party
yeah,
and shit,
like,
yeah.
do you want to take a shot?
Do you have any Molly?
Yeah, Be like shit like that.
I get it.
And
I get
I'm
it.
like,
You want to take a
I'm
shot?
like, damn, girl. I was like, oh, you already took 3 for me. What's up?
Yeah. I get that.
But yeah, so then I went up to Chico and I only stayed there probably like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't be here. Like I was like, it's fucking with me. Like
Yeah.
I just developed insomnia. Like I wasn't fucking sleeping.
Yeah.
I started smoking.
Anxiety,
like,
stress.
bro.
They could do that.
I started
Yeah.
fucking smoking a lot just to try and go to sleep, dude.
Yeah.
And, like there would be days where I'd fucking go like without sleeping a whole day.
Yeah.
24 hours.
I feel it.
And I'd watch the fucking sun come up. I was like, this is fucking me up.
Yeah.
So I went back home, and then that's where I met that girl that I was engaged to.
Yeah.
And then that whole journey started.
Right.
Yeah, and then it ended.
Yeah, dude. And you know what's interesting too, though, is like, I mean, it's weird. Like, I mean, I always, like, because I always try to make sense of that time in our lives. Because you're like 20, 21 when
Yeah.
you moved out. You went to here, you went to Marcos, you went to Chico. And so, like, it's weird because, like, around that time is like when you do a lot of things for the first time. Like, you're out of the house for the first time. Adjusting to that takes a long ass time. It takes like a couple years to adjust to that,
Yeah.
And then aside from that, trying to meet new people and not getting that interaction, aside from trying to move out, like that's like a bunch of things stacked on top of each other, and you're trying to deal with it. And sometimes it could shock you in the wrong way. It can put you in depression. It can make you not sleep. It could give you high anxiety or stress.
That's crazy, bro, because I actually never thought about it like that.
Oh,
like,
really?
As like issues stacking on top of each other.
Yeah.
I've always thought about it. It was like the one solid issue of like me moving out. Like moving 8 hours away or so far away.
Yeah.
I didn't realize actually until you said it, how much stress, like how stressful and how different like your environment is when you move out.
Yeah.
Because the second time I moved out with that girl that I was with.
Yeah.
And like we had our own spot and it was cool. But there too, I also stressed out a lot, because it was a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom. So it was pretty small.
Privacy
yeah,
type of
it was
thing.
pretty small.
Right.
And like I get claustrophobic like real fast.
Oh, okay.
And so like I told like she knew that and stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel bad to this day about this, but like we were heading into Christmas and she put up a Christmas tree. And like
Yeah.
I walk in and I'm like, fuck, dude, like that's just more space that like I feel like I don't have. you know?
Right.
And she was like, hey, are you okay? I was like, I'm gonna be honest, like I'm freaking out a little bit, like
Yeah.
like I told you, like I feel like I don't have space, and then you went and put up a big ass Christmas tree.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like the look on her face was just like, oh, like like I'm sorry, like I didn't mean to upset you. And like I feel bad because like I wasn't trying to come at her because I know she was trying to do something nice.
Right,
like
right.
it was our house, she was trying to decorate it, she wanted to be festive.
Yeah.
And it was cute. But like I just let the way I was feeling override my perspective on all of that.
Right.
So I snapped at her a little bit.
Yeah.
And like I apologized and everything, but like it was like that's something like the damage is done.
Mm-hmm.
You know. You
yeah.
like,
and see, and that's the thing too. It could have not even just been the tree. It could have been multiple other things as well. You know what I'm saying? Aside from the claustrophobia too. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. I mean, that was something. The only reason why I paid attention to that so much is because I moved out like at 19. Yeah. And I was like, yo, I feel weird as fuck. You know, like, what is this? I almost felt depressed. And I'm the only child. You know, and I'm like, I don't understand why I feel like this. You know what I mean? And it matters. You know what I mean? When you leave the house, all that shit matters. And then also because, think about it, it's like when you live at home, like your parents are there. That's who you interact with on a genuine level or not. You know, you get to choose. You have that choice. So now that you're not there, like, if you don't have, like, close family, or what am I going to do? Call my mom every day? Like, hey, what are you doing? Hey, what are you... Like, you got to live your life. You know what I'm saying? And that's a hard transition for some people. Dude, listen, I know people that moved out, and their parents are like, yo, you can go wherever you want to school. They're fortunate enough to go wherever you want to school, or you could go work wherever you want, and we'll help you pay your living expenses and this and that. And they move out. They move to different states of the world and shit, and like they end up just moving back to their parents' house because they can't do it, because like I can't be alone type of shit, you know. And that in itself is like one of the biggest things, you know what I mean, like, or the biggest kind of stresses, I guess you could say, you know. But that's interesting, man. I mean, ultimately, I'm sure you know everything is just happening so that it's putting you where you need to go, you know. Do you pray at all?
Yeah, so actually during that time, like, and that's the thing too, is that when my grandpa passed back in 2011, like, he was pretty much the one that like instilled religion into our family, you know, like prayer. So when he died, it was kind of like bleh, you know, like it wasn't really like, we didn't go to church no more, like nobody really prayed, like we used to pray as a family, like we don't do that anymore, right? So my belief, I don't want to say it's been like tainted, because it hasn't been. Like, I've always still believed, but the amount I actually practice that belief has changed, like drastically dropped, you know,
for sure.
But my faith is still like super strong, especially during that time, especially times like my times of need. You know, it's like the strongest, which, I mean, obviously, you know,
everybody,
like,
shit, everybody be praying and shit when their chick leave them. Nah, I'm just playing. This motherfucker over here.
So like,
you pray to the bottle.
Bless the bottle,
right?
Bless the bottle.
Jaeger came through for me, dog.
And then me.
Everybody.
So yeah, bro, I do pray, like, especially during that time, you know, when I was trying to find like the positive things, you know. I prayed for her health, you know, and like for their family and stuff, you know, and like for the baby. Good. And, you know, I told him, I was like, you know what, like, I understand that you're doing this for a reason, and like this is something that had to happen. Like, I'm like, you know, I'm relying on you pretty much to make it up to me. You know? You know,
I see what you're saying.
So and like I said, like, I was praying for her, because I mean, at the end of the day, like, as fucked up as like she fucked me up, like, I still have a lot of love for her. And I'll still care about her and like her family.
For sure,
you know?
Like, dude. That's how it is.
That's the fucked up thing, because like, if she were to come to my door one day and tell me that she needs help, I don't know what I'd do. You know what I mean? It's so instinctive to help somebody that you've loved like that, but at the same time, you don't want to be giving them the chance to stab you in the back again. You know what I mean? You don't want to fall back into that.
It's hard, man.
That's what you're saying, 100%.
This motherfucker's struggling with that shit all the time over here. You know? God damn.
I get vulnerable.
You know, I know, and I believe, and I understand it. You know what I mean? It's
just a crazy.
It's a two shit end stick, to be honest with you. You know, damned if you do, damned if you don't type of thing, in a sense. But it's just like, I mean, I don't know. It's hard. Hopefully, it never has to get to that point. You know?
Yeah, hopefully.
Because it hasn't really happened to me.
I do think that too sometimes. Like, what if she did come around, dog?
Well, because here's the thing. Even like for me, like with my most recent ex, I've been single for 5 years now. You know, but we'd still talk and hang out. We've both been single since then. And so like when things come up sometimes, or she need help, like I'll help her, you know, and she's single, you know what I'm saying? So, but it's weird, like I don't know if I'm gonna pull through, you know, if she got the mans, and I don't know, you know, but it's hard because you do care about, you guys share conversations that maybe you never shared with nobody else, you know what I mean? And you've had those emotions for each other that no one has ever witnessed except them, you know what I mean?
And that's the thing too, like with my other like breakups, you know, like my other two exes that I have, like shit ended, But I always kept in contact too, you know.
Right,
I always kept
right.
in touch, you know, made sure they were good.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like, they've never asked me for help, but like if they ever needed it, like I'd be there. Like it wouldn't be an issue for me. The reason that I would be hesitant with this one so much is because of how she did me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
My first two
Okay.
didn't do me like that.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We just fell out. We just, you know, it just happened.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. That's way different than my situation, with my ex, because we didn't really end on terms like that. But that makes a lot of sense. Yeah,
I'm on his term right there. Dog.
Yeah, y'all on the
Straight
same
up.
boat right now. Y'all on the same boat right now. So
Full gave me goosebumps, dog. I was tripping out.
yeah,
I was just in my head visioning that fucking
Yeah.
whole moment, dog. Shit
the reason why I asked if you pray is because like I can see how your life is transpiring, and you know, and I can see how it's kind of things are coming up and things are when you need them the most. You know what I mean? And so, you know, I'm glad that you do. I'm glad that things are working out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad you're kind of going in your own direction and not even in a tradition. I mean, one thing that I do commend you for is the fact that, like, the thing with me is, like, I really gave a fuck about what my parents said because I just want to make them proud. You know what I mean? So it's hard for me to go against what they say. It's hard for me to, you know what I mean? And, I mean, at a younger age, it was a little bit harder. Not so much now. I understand that I have to have my own life, and sometimes they forget about that, you know, and I got to remind them or I got to ignore them or whatever the case is. But it's like, you know, the fact that you took your own route despite what they said or despite what other maybe family members did, you know what I mean, or because I mean I was getting compared to every family member and every fucking friend, you know what I'm saying. That was happening to me a lot, so it's hard to kind of do your own shit, you know. And honestly, what's sick about your situation is, you know, you don't need a degree, you don't need none of that to move up in your line of work and be extremely successful. You know what I mean? Because it is kind of like a construction, like hierarchy ladder, right?
And that's the thing too,
sense.
is that like, that's definitely like a bonus, like for from the background that I come from,
right?
Because I come from grocery, because I've worked for grocery outlet, it's different. I fit a different requirement,
right?
But for people who don't have that experience, they do need that degree.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's like
that makes sense.
I kind of like found a loophole.
Yeah,
you know?
that's right. Damn, dude, that's a trip.
Yeah, you know. So
see,
like,
that has to tell you
exactly,
this is for a reason, bro.
It
It has to be,
reason,
you know. That's what's up, man. That's crazy.
I already told, you know, like a couple guys that are like above me, like in my leadership team.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, well, you know, like how did you get where you got to, you know? And they're like, oh, I did this, and this. And I was like, all right. I was like, I'm gonna come back for your job in about a year.
I'll be there.
And they just laugh, you know. But like, that's the thing, dude. Is I don't like staying where I'm at too long. You know what I mean? Even when I was at Albertsons, like.
You like jumping around?
Yeah, you know, they weren't technically promotions, but I was learning all kinds of different departments, you know? I was like, I want to be utilized to the best of my ability, and if I can fucking learn this and learn this and learn this and learn this, they can fucking put me anywhere they need me, you know? And that just means more opportunity for me to, you know, to work and grow. So, like, that's something that always, like, I don't like being in my same position, you know? Like, I gotta be moving up or I gotta be moving forward. Yeah. Like, because even, like, at Grocery Outlet and at one point at Albertsons, I knew I wasn't moving up anymore. I was just moving fucking sideways. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I was taking steps, bro, but I was in the same place all the time.
Pacing in a sense.
Exactly. So I was like, I need to do something. I need to get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Do something.
That's sick, man. I was gonna say, okay, I mean, aside from that stuff, I mean, it seems like you're starting at the bottom of like a really big thing where you're gonna have plenty of things to learn and move up in, so it's perfect for you right now. So that side of it is good. What about the woman's side? How do you feel about the are you jaded?
No, bro. So
let's go.
So it was cool.
We talk a lot about women's stuff on here, man.
Yeah, dog.
It's cool,
you know,
relationship stuff.
So like,
I'm liking your stories, though, dog.
Yeah,
interesting guy.
Yeah, bro, I try and keep it spicy.
Yeah, you know,
yes,
that's what's up. We like the openness, you know what I mean?
Of course, bro. Hey, you started a journey, dog, and we want to hear it. We want to hear the rest of it, dude.
Yep.
So right now, like, I'm not really talking to anybody and like after the breakup for a cool minute.
Wait, cheers to that.
Shit, yeah.
After the breakup, like, because you've been with somebody so long, you kind of like crave that intimacy like right away.
Yeah,
you know.
this dude, no, look at him. He's already
I
like,
know what you're talking about. Dog. I know what you're saying. You
So,
used to being with somebody.
Yeah.
you know,
yeah.
like you've
Of
got to
course.
have somebody.
Like,
Yeah.
listen, bro, there's
Need-
stories,
need
bro.
the
I've said
company.
this shit before in other episodes.
yeah.
Where I would just call girls over, dog, just to come over, hang out, you know,
Not even fuck.
and tuck me in.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's it.
Swear to God,
Just
fucking
big spoon me.
Exactly, bro.
Big spoon me. That's
And
it.
I was good, dog. That's it. You on your way out the next morning. Oh, maybe I'll go take you by some breakfast and shit, and then you're off.
Yeah.
But that's just what that's normal though, dog.
Yeah,
That's fucking normal
yeah.
shit.
So you know, you start looking and stuff,
Yeah.
and there was this girl I went to high school with. I didn't really talk to her in high school. Like I didn't really know what she was about. All I knew was that she was my homie's little sister,
Right.
And it wasn't really my homie. It was kind of like just some dude like I kicked it with from time to time. You know?
Right,
'Cause
right.
Who our friend groups would hang out.
Yeah.
So cool, you know. And then like she like was tweeting, funny, going back to Twitter. You know.
Hey,
she's-
Twitter. Shout out Twitter.
Yeah,
Shout
shout out Twitter.
Shout out
you know?
Twitter.
Because then she was tweeting about like some issues that she was having. So I reached out and like, you know, I talked to her, you know, and she was talking about like this breakup that she was going through. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
hey, you know, me too. And like we started talking and stuff. And
Yeah.
like it wasn't like I was trying to talk to her like to be with her, you know, but like it was
Yeah.
cool because I had somebody I could relate to. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that kind of like connection was cool.
Right.
And like I didn't really have anybody who was going through it like the same way. Like I
On
had a
that
homeboy.
level.
Yeah, I had a homeboy who got, you know, dumped because he got caught up doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing.
Right.
But you know, like it's not the same. you
Yeah,
know? Like,
exactly,
we're-
yeah.
we're going through a breakup, but it's not the same situation.
That's facts.
you know?
Yep. That is very
Um,
true.
So
That shit
yeah,
loud?
you know,
What the
like
fuck was that?
I know, was that outside or the TV?
Neighbors outside?
bro.
We in the hood, dog. You never know.
I think that was outside. That's weird.
Put the kids inside. God damn it.
Yeah, you're right. That's a trip. That's a trip. I mean, because you were just talking about like having to have somebody there, but like I don't know if you lost. Well, I mean, are you jaded by it? You said you weren't.
Nah, bro. So like, I'm gonna be honest with you, jaded. I have no idea what. That
Oh,
means.
I'm sorry, dude. I told my mom
It's a good
that.
Drake song.
I told my mom that word too, and she didn't even know what that is. So basically, it's like it kind of like taints your outlook on women.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad.
No, you're good, bro. I'm not. No, I'm not
Okay.
for sure. Because like, I also came to the conclusion that like, that was her choice and that was her decision. You know.
Yeah.
And, like, that right
He needs to
there,
hear that right
you know,
now.
like,
I'm
that
hearing
was-
it, dog. Loud
That
and
had
clear.
nothing. That had nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she chose to, you know, leave what she had for something that could have been or might be, you know, with that dude.
Yeah.
And that's fine. That's her choice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean, or like I came to the conclusion that doesn't mean that I won't meet somebody who will do me the same way.
Right.
Now, that's where I'm at right now.
Got it.
When it comes to the point where I'm actually with that person, you know, we're fucking 4 years in, I
Yeah,
start
you're gonna
panicking
know.
because out of nowhere she breaks up with me,
Yeah,
you know, or
yeah.
I'm scared that she's gonna break up with me. Like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
might be a different thing.
Right.
But no, I'm not jaded by it at all because, like I said, like as soon as the breakup happened, I was like looking for like somebody else, you know, looking for somebody else.
Right,
And
right.
then I came to the conclusion, like, fuck, no, dude. I was like, I have like a limited amount of energy right now.
Yes.
I don't want to spend it on somebody else. You know, I was like, I want to take this time. I want to spend it on me. You know, I want to make sure
Absolutely.
I'm cool, I'm good.
Yup.
So that's when I started going to therapy. You know, I started talking to a therapist.
That shit gives you
know?
energy too.
Yeah, you know,
because you're like,
it's
oh,
yeah, you know, like they're like, well, so then do you think you did this because of this? And I'm like, oh shit,
Yeah,
you're right. You know, you're
yeah.
right. That's fucking completely like true.
yep.
So yeah, you know, I started taking care of myself. Like
That's cool,
I started
man.
taking myself out. You know, like I'd go on like dates by myself. You know,
Yup,
like
yup.
I'd go grab a beer. You know, like some lunch. Then I go to the movies by myself.
Hell
That's
yeah.
crazy because you're doing that a lot quicker than I am, dog.
Yeah, bro.
It took
You
me
know,
a
like
minute to
and
do
here's the-
shit on my own.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing too, bro. Like the first 2 times I went through, like the first time you go through a breakup, you know, heartbreak is the worst.
Oh
you
my
know, like,
God,
yeah,
yes.
no
We
idea
think
what
our
to
first
do,
one's like the
like-
worst one, but
Yeah.
no, fuck that.
No?
Sometimes it can be, but I mean, I don't know. You know,
Yeah, but
Mine was for sure because like
the first one.
yeah,
was
the
the
first
worst
one.
one.
Yeah,
So
the
was
first
mine.
one, yeah.
But see, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like me and you, in that sense of like how we see the breakups and stuff, I feel like we kind of see them. Because when you just told me that one situation when you were in the room and you just like came to that realization, I would do some shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? So like the thing is like, okay, what can escalate the good side of this? Let me do more good shit for myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then even if it feels like shit, I'm gonna still take the action to do it because little by little it'll start subsiding faster than if I just loathe in it.
Yeah.
That you like to loathe. Some people like to loathe though.
Oh yeah,
But
I'm
see,
that guy for sure.
And here's another thing too, dude. Sometimes like you need to mourn your shit. You know,
you have to give yourself that time to fucking feel everything.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because if you don't, you're just suppressing everything, and it just ends up coming out one way or another, and usually that's in a bad way.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. And like sometimes like I'll do everything right. I get 10 hours of sleep, wake up, feel bomb, drink coffee, hit the gym, come home and cry and shit. Because it's still, because you're still feeling it. You know what I'm saying? And like shit still sucks. But it's like that was the thing. And not only that too, I think a lot of people mourning times are different. You know, some people need to mourn longer. Some people's mourning time is shorter, or some people just mourn differently, like just 1 hour a night for the next year. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
for sure, dude, his shit sounds more positive than mine though. Like my shit was crazy.
Yeah, but what's crazy? Is we get both spectrums of it.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of people like you. There's a lot of people like Isaiah and me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
This shit fueled me even more to do different shit, more shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
it kind of even helped us fuel to get the podcast starting.
Of course.
Yeah,
well, that's because you're like, yo, I got a lot of shit to say. I got a lot of shit to say, motherfucker. You know, so that shit worked out like that, bro. But I mean, the way he's doing is like crazy. You know, you're picking it up quick as shit.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing too, is that like I also have to attest like that. So my first two breakups, you know what I mean? Like my first breakup was like just complete fucking garbage, you know? Like I was still in high school, so like there's not a whole lot I could do. You know what I mean? Like I kind of just went to school. Yeah. Like tried to avoid her, you know.
It's hard.
Yeah, bro.
Dude.
You know, go to practice.
I was like trying to hold the tears back in the hallway. I'm like, oh, you whore. You bitch. You look good. I know now she started wearing shit that I told her to wear. When we were in the relationship, she never wore it, and they started wearing it after we break up. I was like, "You fucking whore!"
Dog, that's happening right now with all these other ones.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
Well, now we're swinging it different. But when I was in high school,
I'm just keep my mouth shut because you're just gonna look good for your dude. Fuck off.
Right, exactly. Because you're gonna
welcome.
Yeah. You're gonna
have your dude thank me, dog.
He's all mad over here already. Look at me.
I'm getting fucking salty as shit, bro. I'm gonna keep these shades on. Fuck it.
No, but you're saying that you can attest them to your old breakups, though.
Yeah, you know. So
because they gave you a template of how to get over it.
Yeah,
in a sense?
Know, they were pretty much like. So my first one I took like terrible, you know. I couldn't do a whole lot. But my second one, I was like, all right, you know. I'm like, I sulked in it a lot, you know.
Yeah.
And so when. You know, my first relationship was like 2.5 years. Yeah. My second relationship was like 2 years. Yeah. And then this last one was 4 years. Yeah. You know, so I was like, okay, I'm like we broke up. We had this conversation. You know, she was like, I'm not trying to hurt you. You know, like all the bullshit. Whatever.
Yeah.
And you know, there was a conversation that we had when we were in the relationship, and like I was like going through like a bit of a rough patch, you know. Yeah. And she told me, she was like, I want to be your rock, you know. I want to be what holds you down. Yeah. And I told her, I was like, you'll never be my rock, not because you're not capable, but because I'll never empower someone like that to where if they fucking walk away, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. Right. You know what I mean? So I was like, you'll never be my rock, and it's not a bad thing, you know. It's just that's me looking out for me.
But see, here's what's interesting about that. See, you don't have negative intentions when you say that, right?
Exactly.
You just gotta watch out for you. Yep. Here's the thing. Here's what's changing. Like my parents and your parents, that's how I believe they are still solidified today. They made each other their rocks. Yeah. We're like, this new generation is not like that. You know what I mean? We like they helped us. They equipped our parents equipped us with better skills so that we can protect ourselves and shit like that, you know. So aside from that and the opportunist mindset in this new era that we're in, it's like I don't know if we'll ever get married anymore. We're just too smart for our own good and shit. You know what I mean? We're too strong and too smart now.
Yeah,
you know?
Because you know, like. You look at the divorce rate, and you're looking at like what 63% or something.
Yeah,
crazy like that.
Shit gonna get worse.
I personally think that like it's like just like sex, you know. Like our parents probably weren't as smart about it as we're gonna be.
Yeah,
you know, they're like popping out kids left and right or stuff. But before we get married, I'm thinking like prenups, you know, like shit
for
like
sure.
That. And I'm thinking because you know, like you said, with the older, you know, the newer generation, they're more open to things. You know, you ask for a prenup back in the 80s, and you're getting fucking castrated.
Yeah. Right.
Well, you ask for a prenup now,
it's
like,
different. Yeah. But here's also another thing. Like, I mean, even aside from the prenup, if you live with someone for too long,
I think it's like 7 years in the state of California.
It's you could do what is it, alimony or some weird shit or whatever, right?
Shit, we could have bought a car together.
Yeah, you know, so that's what I'm saying, and it's like they can't even live with me that long either because you just never know. I mean, I'm gonna take it extra slow. I don't know. It's just, and that's the thing too. It's like, how slow can we really take it? I'm already about to be 30 and shit. You know, we're pushing 30 already. You know, and then. I mean, we always talk about how 30 is the new 20, and I do believe that. But the thing about it, too, is like, I mean, I need to have some energy for my child. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
Yeah, I'm burning myself out quick.
I mean, because here's where I'm at. Look, I'm thinking I'm going to focus on myself heavily now that I found a great outlet, and then just focus on that. Hopefully try to make a living from it, right? And then who knows how long that will take. Realistically, I want to say 10 years, maybe, you know, if that, if not sooner, hopefully. And then, like, I'll be 30, almost 35, right? I'll be 35, actually, in the 10 years mark. And then I'll have, what is it when you have a child with, like, without, like, when you pay someone to have your child? What's that shit?
Surrogate.
Surrogate. I'll have a surrogate. And then once I'm established, I'll have... OG Mexican maid, take care of my son when I'm out, and then when I get back, this is my son right here. Moms, if you want to kick it with Lil Robs for a weekend, there you go.
I mean, for some people, that shit sounds good.
You know, and I'll just be me, single dad with my son, but established.
Like, some of us are like still on the old school like shit, you know, tradition.
But I just explained to you, like, I don't know if that's gonna. We can.
But I mean, you could still maybe find that.
But you're right, because a lot of people are willing to give that other person that, like, yo, you're my rock. You know.
Well, that's why you got to find your age group for that.
Yeah, and that's another thing.
Your generation, you know what I'm saying? That
there's still so many different possibilities, huh? I mean, it's just it's endless.
Yeah,
I end up being married before everybody and shit.
Or like when we start having the kids, you're gonna be like, well, fuck, I want a little fucker now.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to change some shit too.
Yeah,
you know
you're right.
It's all gonna change, bro. Life's gonna be a fucking trip.
And it's funny that you say, you know, like the 30s is the new 20s, because like going back to, you know, like our parents.
Yeah.
Our parents were making decent money at 1920.
That's true.
For their time.
That's
you know
true.
What I mean?
Yeah.
So their establishment.
My dad was making, my dad was in the union when he was like 18. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude, back in the 70s, if you're fucking working at a grocery store, you got it made. You
you can live off one.
Yeah, you're getting fucking paid, you know, everything's good. You know? Like the fucking monies or the companies are like, oh yeah, you know, let's actually treat our employees good. You know, here's a bonus.
At the time,
here's another bonus. You know, shit like that. So nowadays,
talking about that too.
Like the amount of people that are going to school, and you know, like the amount of jobs that are requiring, you know, degrees and stuff. Yeah. Now it's limiting all those high paying jobs.
Literally.
Which, I mean, like it.
You're right.
You know, it happens. But so for us to establish ourselves and get to the point where they were when they were at 19, 20, we need to take the time, go to school, learn, develop,
it takes longer
do
now.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, just to be, you know, qualified on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
So now you're not looking at being established until you're 28, you know, 30, 35.
Literally.
And then, you know, at that time you're like comfortable enough to, you know,
maybe have a kid now.
You know?
Or get in a relationship for 5 years before I marry her ass or some shit.
And but see, like people even our age, like we got the gym, dog. People back in the days, they weren't hitting gym when they were having kids at like 2022 and shit.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So like we got
like, outlets now. Yeah, you're right.
You're gonna last you a couple more years, dog. So you'll be all right, even if you're an old ass motherfucker.
Yeah, and not only that too, we're just kind of getting into our different types of like what is it? Like our fuck.
What is it we're talking about?
Like hobbies and shit.
Oh, hobbies?
Yeah, because here's the thing, like we have hobbies now. Yeah. Like cool hobbies.
Yeah. And we can afford to do those hobbies.
But what I'm saying is once we're more established, we're gonna fucking invest in those hobbies to like have more fun in that shit. You know what I mean? Because we're you know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna have like fucking, because we off-road a lot. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it's like right now we just got our trucks. Eventually we're gonna get dirt bikes. Eventually we're gonna get Can-Ams. About to fucking buy a boat. trailers, all that shit.
Bro.
It's like, dude, I just got established. I'm trying to fucking enjoy this shit now. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's weird because it's like, I mean, it got to be the new 20s for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the thing too.
We'll play way harder.
Yeah, for real.
Like during,
I have too much fun. You got to add to my life. You know, this shit too much fun now.
Hell yeah.
It's heaven on earth over here.
And now he's gonna get a taste of that shit.
Yeah.
That's the thing I was gonna say. You know, like during like your development, when you start, you know, like investing in yourself, you know, putting yourself out there, you know, getting that job that you're working for that job that you want, like. Like when I was going to school, you know, and I'm like, you know, moving up in my company and stuff. I was like, honestly, dude, like this is like the amount of stress I'm dealing with is very ridiculous, you know. And I was like, I'm like fucking 20 with like 16 gray hairs in my fucking head.
Bro, I didn't have a hairline at 23, bro. My hairline dipped at 23, dog. Like, what the fuck?
It was that one day, gone the next, dog.
You know, so I was like, fuck it, you know. I was like, if I can put, you know, $100 every 2 weeks away. $100 every 2 weeks, you know, before I know it, I'll have a couple G's. Yeah. You know, I'll fucking go somewhere. Yeah. And so I had started doing that when I was up in Chico. Yeah. And then I came down and I met that girl. And for our 1 year anniversary, I was like, fuck it, let's go on a cruise. Yeah. You know, so we fucking went on a cruise. We went on a 5-day cruise to Mexico. Yeah. You know, and like, it was a Disney cruise because, my parents took us on a Disney cruise when I was like a freshman in high school or something. Yeah. And so I was like, oh, this is a dope, you know, this is a dope thing. This is a dope memory that I had. I'm going to take her and make the same memory with her, you know? And so then after that, she became like a fucking big ass Disney fanatic. She was Disney everything. Yeah. So for her 21st birthday, we went to Disney World and then we took another Disney cruise, you know? Nice. But like shit like that, bro, like, I feel like a lot of people are under the assumption that they can't travel because of how expensive it is, you know, or like how much time it takes or whatever it might be. Where in reality, like, if you really discipline yourself, you can be fucking making minimum wage and going and traveling. You know what I mean, you might not be able to do it as often or as frequent, but I mean, you can still make it happen. You know, you know, like Greece is like one of the cheapest countries to fucking visit. Oh wow, I didn't know that. It's like I think the rooms are something like $30 a night. Yeah, you know what I mean, like,
I'm glad you're bringing light to that because I remember there was a time when I first moved out. The only thing I could save was like $30 every 2 weeks. And and I'm like, how the fuck? I'm like, and my parents are, you gotta save up. I'm like, no, I'm spending this shit on fucking beer. What the fuck? I'm stressed out. Like, like the amount of stress that I had compared to the $30 that I was saving. I'm like, dude, I'm blowing that on cheap thrills because I'm fucking stressed out. You know what I mean? And that's the thing too. It's like, I mean, I was just trying to figure out my life at the time. But like, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I probably could have done that though. You know what I mean? At the same time, I think for me, I was really, really interested in like just trying to find what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? So I didn't really care about the saving, but if that's what people want to do, like, they don't have excuses. You know what I mean? You can make it happen. You can save up. You know,
so that's like, what's up. Yeah, especially like a lot of like people my age at least, they're still living at home. Yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, you might pay rent, but you're not paying no $1,500. You know what I mean? Right. You're probably paying a couple $100.
Yeah, like $600, $500. Yeah.
So like that, what you're spending with your other money, like, yeah, definitely it's your business, bro. Yeah. But like, I don't want to hear you bitching about you can't do X, Y, and Z. I'm like, no, bro, you're fucking out every weekend dropping hundreds on fucking
bottles,
like bottles. And shit.
And Gucci sandals.
You have to sneak inside the house.
And I'm like, you're getting fucked up to the point where you don't even remember it, dog. Yeah. Like, you know, like it's not even like a night that happened for you.
Right.
So like, it's not
shit.
Like, but see, you're not complaining about money though. He's talking about people who like,
they're complaining about
bitch, that I'm broke or whatever.
I'm broke.
We make shit happen on our budget, bro.
I make sure I have weed and alcohol on my budget every fucking Friday, dog.
And it's funny, bro. If it works for you, it works for you.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you gotta learn. You know, you do learn.
Yeah. You learn how to budget. And see, and that's another important thing about moving out early, because it's very hard on you. But the sooner you learn, the better, dude. Because, dude, there's 27-year-old women that I'm dating, 29-year-old women I'm dating, bro, and they don't understand when I say, oh, I believe that you should, whatever you're craving, you should have that for dinner, lunch, and breakfast. And I'm like, that to me sounds like a
lot of money spent.
No, not even that, dude. A luxury. And they look at me, they're like, what are you talking about? Like, they think it sounds weird that because I mean, I just eat meal preps, bro. I don't even got a stove in here, dog. You know, so I just eat meal preps, throw in the microwave, good. And they're like, oh, you kind of eat the same thing every day. I'm like, yeah. They're like, whoa, don't you crave other things? And I'm like, yeah, bitch, yeah. What the fuck? You know, I don't live at home, though. But see, when I say that, they look at me crazy. You know, so for me, I mean, I told on a recent episode, I was kind of complaining about that, how I wasn't connecting with women that live at home. But see, even with like dudes, it's like you're just living at home, you're just postponing your growth, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I mean, if you have the means, do it. You know, but somebody even sent in my comments, they're like, and maybe they just don't understand. Maybe they live at home, but in my comments, they said, you should make a podcast about, because maybe they had a misconception of what I was saying, and basically what they said was, you should make a podcast episode about how to move out without having no job whatsoever. And I'm just like, I don't recommend that. I told them in the comments, like, dude, I don't recommend that shit, bro. You know?
Why would you even think that?
But here's one thing I do recommend. Holy though. Shit. You can, any minimum wage job that you have, you can rent a room out. Yeah. Almost in any city you want. Straight up. You know what I mean? And I've done it before.
You got to work your numbers first, though.
Listen to me. I think you could still do it. Because, look, I mean, if you're doing, like you said, if you're staying at home, you know, $500, $600 rent.
That's why would you pay for a room?
That exactly my point.
Well, you're right, because I was doing it, dude. I was working a 12-hour, like $12 an hour at the time when I started my trade. Had a big old truck payment. Big truck payment.
Yeah, you still do.
And paid rent, help fucking, you know?
That's what I'm saying. So like, that's what I do recommend on the lowest level. You know, if you really have nowhere to go or what to do, like, do that. But I mean, I always use this example, it's literally because it's funny because she saw that episode when I said it was like one of the beginning ones, and she just stopped talking to me. She's mad as fuck. But it was fun. But she was just one of my friends. But basically, the example that I used was like, she's always on her stories, like literally in tears. Like, hey, can someone teach me how to manage my money? And I'm like, move out. She's like, I can't afford to live in an apartment. Rent a room. Fuck that. Okay, well then you don't really want to learn how to budget your money. You know what I mean? You're postponing your growth. You're postponing your everything, you know, in my opinion. And so, so anyway, aside from all that, it's like, one thing I did want to say too is, I do believe, especially for you, because you seem like a go-getter, like you need to go up every time, right? Once you're established and you create something up there, like, it's going to take a while, right? However long, you know, I don't want to like say it in a negative light, but you know, however long it takes, that's blood, sweat, and tears and alone time, right? And then you kind of build this routine with yourself where you're like, okay, I know how to be happy. I've created this up here by myself. And then your choice in women will get a little bit more pickier because it's like, you got to add to this up here. Yeah. You know?
It's exactly what you said earlier. You know, if you're not going to add to it and you're going to take away from it, stay the fuck away.
Right, you know? Exactly. And so, and that's kind of been like my issue lately. It's just like any little thing, I'm like, I'm out. And not only that, we're so used to just hanging out by ourselves already, bro. Like, we just go out. Like, we don't even need chicks. It's like, what's that, dog?
All we need is some weed and liquor, dog.
You know? So,
for real.
Yeah,
and
man.
That's the thing, too, bro. It's funny that you say that because even now, like, I'm already seeing that. I'm like, all right, I see this quality that I don't like. And I was like, it doesn't mean that, like, I don't fucking like you. Like, you're a cool person. Yeah. It's just, that's not something I want to add into my, you know, dilemma or like my way of life. Like, and it is what it is.
Right. Because even, like you said, like, that amount of energy, too. Yeah. It's like, dude, I have a certain amount that I could spend in 24 hours. It's like, if I'm going to spend it on you, you better be fucking doing something for me to kind of, you know, and not in that sense. Like, I'll get 50-50, but it's like, if you're taking more than giving, then I can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially like, and that's another thing too, is like, we're not in high school anymore, dude. Like, some people haven't fucking grown up at all. You know, we're not in high school. You know, and this is the first thing that I told my my most recent ex when we started dating. I was like, look, I'm a guy and I'm a fucking idiot. I was like, I don't have the ability to read minds. Yeah. If you have an issue with something I'm doing, you need to be vocal about it and tell me what it is. Because if you don't, I'm going to keep doing it, and then it's going to be an issue that I don't even know we have. Yeah. So you need to talk to me. You need to tell me if I do something that makes you mad or upset. That way I can work on it. Yeah. Like, if you don't, like, how the fuck am I going to know, you know, that that's something that bothers you, or
Yeah,
that's something that's an issue, you know?
A little bit to do with that too. I think even for men and women is like maturity too.
Yeah.
Because look, I personally believe if we do even entertain the thought of getting in a relationship, it's gonna be like in our mid 30s, late 30s. That's when it's gonna be like solid. Like, oh, this chick is solid.
Yeah.
She's been through the gutter and back.
Yeah, I was about
you
to
know
say
what
that.
I'm
They
saying?
gotta go through the fucking rut and back.
Yeah,
dog.
you know, and I mean, look at Alyssa. You know,
For real,
she's
yeah.
like the homegirl for real, and she's like all about her man, and she's 30. She's one of our
Wifey.
homegirls. Yeah, she's a wifey for real.
She got the traits we looking for.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
she's
that's
been,
it.
She's been on here, dude. Like,
Yeah.
those were some good episodes. She's about to come on again soon. But yeah, she was.
Hell yeah.
I think she was on 2. I think 1 or 2. But dude, that episode was fucking enlightening.
She
You
better
know,
bring the wiener dog.
it honestly, yeah, she brought the wiener dog last time. But what's cool though is like hearing from women at that age gave me hope, and I'm like, oh shit, there's women still out here that, you know what I mean, and maybe we just gotta wait longer because we're still wilding at this age.
Well, that's
you know,
what the 20s are, bro. It's trying
yeah,
to
yeah,
Trying to figure everything
yeah,
out.
yeah.
fucking
Experience,
real, bro. 30s the new 20s, dog. You gonna fucking, hey, yo, I did this shit back when I was 22.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gonna bring this shit up, you're 33.
yeah.
Like,
you know,
no,
I'm
we ain't doing
tired.
this shit.
Yeah,
You
like
know?
I'm tired. You know, we good on that. You know,
I'm excited for it, bro.
Yeah, same. And
People
me-
are like scared to turn 30. You're like, fuck,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm excited for it, bro.
And what's
You know?
interesting too, like the more we talk about it too, and that's like the thing. Like if you could find people or even just hit us up, when we talk about it, we get excited for it. Like we're ready for it. You know, like it's not something to be scared of. Like you're saying, you know, like we're gonna be in better places at, you know, if we keep working and if we keep moving forward. You know what I mean?
That's
Keep
right.
shooting for that.
I manifest, baby.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
yeah.
So that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
This was a good one.
Yeah, man, it's a good episode.
Hey, bro, I related a lot to your shit, though, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of your shit, bro. From the fucking door fucking situation.
I'm sorry, bro.
Hey, no,
it's all
cool.
good,
It's
yeah.
cool. You know, it's getting easy. It's been a lot easier on me. So
see, I
I'm
think-
able to talk about this shit.
And
you
that's
know
the
what I'm saying?
thing, like the more it's funny because you would think that like the more you bring it up and kind of reminisce, like it would hurt, but I think in a sense it's helping you get past it
Yeah, it is.
on this platform because
Yeah.
there's other people that reach out to you too and that are like, dude, I fucking was just there, like
Right.
that episode helped me get through, or I could relate to it.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And even just like being able to talk to someone directly next to you about it is in a sense therapeutic for both of you too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Because, see, we want to, like, not do what we fucked up on, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, on how we didn't see shit like that,
yeah,
you know? But now we are, bro.
yeah,
You will.
Yeah, that's the thing
You
too.
know what
Like
I'm
I
saying?
said, I'm already seeing like qualities in people that I'll be talking to,
Right.
or you know, like getting to know, and I'm like,
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
one will
I'm
be
not.
fishy, someone's
I'm like,
fishy,
nah,
someone's
you know,
off on this
right,
one.
right,
or
right.
like I know you got some growing to do, and like once you do that,
Mhm.
cool, maybe we can come back. But
Yeah.
right now where you're at is not where I want to be.
Yo.
You know? And like
And how
that's
old are you,
fine.
Doug?
23.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool to think.
Yeah.
He's got a good state of mind. Like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
you know?
I mean,
Like,
you're
you got it,
you're
bro.
definitely ahead. And I
For
mean, I
real.
was about to say that too. Is like one thing about men, though. One of the burdens that I believe is like one of the biggest blessings is that like a big part of manhood is growing up, like is being a man. So like at some point in your 20s, that has to be like, it's like a switch.
Yeah.
And even if you're ready for it or not, you just got to go in and you're gonna be fucking up as soon as it starts. But like you just
figure
got
it out.
you got to figure it out. But and the thing with women is just because of their role in life and the way that they're raised as women in a household, I feel like for them growing up is postponed. You know what I mean? A little bit more than men. So for me, like I said, I'm dating like these 28, 29-year-olds and they're still talking like schmucks. I'm like, okay, I'll just get back to me like when you move out. How about that? You know what I mean? Get back to me when you move out. So
I think it's interesting that you think that, because I actually think the opposite.
really?
Yeah, so I think that women are actually thrown into like their growth in certain areas of their life a lot faster than we are.
Okay.
So I feel like we get, you know, like us as boys, we get to fuck around and we get to fuck up. You know?
Right,
Like,
right.
If we go around, we get caught fucking somebody at 16.
Yeah.
You know, it's not as detrimental to our parents as
Yeah.
if they were to find their 16-year-old daughter getting fucked.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you know
well,
what
see,
I mean?
but see,
Like-
I think in a more, you're right, but I think in a more long-term life sense, I think guys gotta pick it up faster than women, because you gotta understand, in order to be in a marriage, we gotta be able to provide for the children and the mother to a certain extent. Even if she decides to help, you still gotta be the main breadwinner. That means I gotta get my shit together right now if I want to be married in my 30s, if that's what I wanted. Because like you said, you're not going to have kids until you can do that. You know what I mean? So that means your people skills got to get better. That means your communication skills, your developmental stages in your personality and in your character got to develop quick. And that's what matures you, I feel like, faster than women, in my opinion.
Yeah, and so I get that. The thing too is that like I feel like I've been seeing is that, like you said, with this new generation.
Yeah,
I feel like people. I wouldn't even hold it to our generation. I think this is just people in general.
Yeah.
Like the way they develop is like very different. So I know people who are like my youngest sister's age that I really vibe with because I'm like, okay, this dude's like, he fucking like the insight that like the way you guys are looking at, the way you guys are looking at me right now,
kind of like Sergio.
Yeah, good head on his shoulders, I'm like, okay, you understand like what it is like.
Yeah.
I also feel like a lot of like the development, like the growth has to do with how much pain you go through at whatever
early
age you
on,
might be on.
right?
So like if you go through something traumatic, you lose your mom, you lose your parents in a fire, or in a car accident. That's gonna thrust you forward, like regardless.
I see what you're saying.
Like,
yeah, you're right.
There's a lot of things that attribute to someone's growth,
right? And
like a big part of the reason that people don't grow, is because their parents don't allow them to,
right?
You know what I mean?
Right.
And that goes back to you, like saying. Moving out is a big aspect in growing because that's a thing that it thrusts you into. You have to grow up. You have to figure out, where's my money going? How am I spending it? Can I afford to do this? Can I afford to do that? If I do this, is it going to affect X, Y, and Z? Am I going to have am I going to be able to pay rent? Am I going to be able to fucking buy this pasta so I can at least eat something tonight? You know what I mean?
Literally,
So, like, there are certain things that, like, there's just, like, and that's something that you can decide to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's some stuff that happens to people. There's no fucking, there's no choice in it,
Yeah, and here's the thing. I kind of want to make it clear. I made it clear already in another episode, but some people might not watch those episodes, so I want to make it clear on this one, is the fact that I don't think there's anything wrong with people living at home. I don't think so. Because we've discussed it before. The point of what your parents are doing and all the struggles to kind of make your life a little bit easier. If you can live with your parents and not want to fucking kill each other and they can help you out and get to your career and get to where you want to go faster, by all means do it.
That's definitely a luxury.
I couldn't fucking stand, me and my dad were going to fight every fucking day, so it couldn't work out. But what I'm saying though is there's nothing wrong with it, but I just can't on a relationship level. Like, there's certain things I just can't I can't, like, there's something connect with, exactly. And that's the thing. I have a certain way of looking at reality than they do because of that. And I feel like that's a big reason. I'm not saying it's the only reason why we're not going to match, but for me, I can already see a little senses of entitlement because you're just used to living a certain way. You know what I mean? And, but like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. If you can do it and it works for you, I'm happy for women and men that can do it. You know what I mean? But it's like, like I said, on a dating sense, it's just I can't connect with them. But not to say that I won't ever date a woman that lives at home, and not to say that they're all the same. But like I said, I've seen that commonality. I don't know if you've seen that recent episode. I was saying that in a 3-month period, I went on like 5 different dates with women ranging from 24 to 29, 5 dates, and they all lived at home. All went bad. All 5 of them consecutively went bad, bro. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Okay.
That's the thing in common.
Yeah, so, and it's a big thing. It's a big thing. So, and that's what I mean. Like, when I'm saying it, I know people might take it bad, and like, I'm not trying to talk bad. It's just I can't relate with them. And it is what it is.
What it is.
Yeah,
so
it's
not a quality that you can understand.
But you're right, though. I mean, I'm speaking generally, but you're right. Everybody coming up, comes up differently. And like you said, like me and I could really vibe with his little brother's homie more than his little brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I like when he comes around. Like, I like when he kicks it with us. I like his vibes. Like, he gets it. Like,
he's like he gets a sponge, bro. He wants to learn like what it is.
And so and he respects his elders. And he, you know what I'm saying? Like, he kind of respects like OGs or just us in general. But So yeah, but I do think it's like a big deal, and yeah, it's cool that we could touch on that. You know what I'm saying?
And it gets a little bit harder when you get older, because I feel like the older you get, you know, the more you just go through, and like the pickier you get with those qualities that you want to bring in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And keep
Yeah.
out. So I feel like that's also like a reason, like older, like when you're older, it's a little bit harder to date. And like that's why I'll never understand like when people are dating people who are like 20 years younger than them, you know, like 15 years younger than them.
Yeah,
I'm like, how do you fuck do you guys like? What do you fuck do you guys talk about? Like, how do you guys,
right, yeah,
like, what
dude,
the fuck?
I mean, he just said it like on the last podcast last week. He's like, dude, a 22-year-old's like an 18-year-old for us at this point. Yeah. It really is, you know. And you're right. And the thing about it is, like, when you get that old, I mean, it's gonna get into a whole different thing. But see, my cousin came on, and she dated somebody that was in his 30s, and she was 21, and now he's like 30, like 10 years have gone by. No, like 7 years. He's almost 40, still alone, and his perception of women is like she needs to have everything, right? She has to be this perfect person and cook dinner and do everything and have her own money. Like it's unreasonable, right? Yeah. I mean, I've talked about it in that last podcast, but basically what I'm saying though is like he still dates women that are like in their 20s, early 20s, and it's like, but the thing is he's probably fucking lonely. Like, I don't care if she's fucking sounds like she's 12 years old and still lives at home. Just fucking come spoon me, yeah, come big spoon me real quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Here's $100.
So, and with the here's $100. And here's what's interesting is like you know, we're getting real comfortable, like just being us with ourselves, and then that's another thing. So not only are we getting pickier, but we're getting more comfortable being by ourselves, and
that gives us patience.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just all building up, dude.
And it's like, so it makes it harder for us to even choose. And like, because look, I was even thinking about it, like there's women that are extremely beautiful that are interested in me right now, right? But the work that it's going to take, which is not much, to even like have intercourse with them, like I can't even get there because I'm annoyed already. You get what I'm saying? Like I can't even put the work in, because like let's say I'm in pursuit of it and like she annoys me, I'm like, I'm out, I'm done, I can't do this. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I can't do
okay,
this shit.
so like with that, I feel like that's not a bad thing. Because then she doesn't feel like you just fucked her just to fuck her and then just fucking.
But what I'm trying to tell you is I won't even fuck her because
I know. So you're avoiding that situation entirely,
right?
Because you're realizing like she's not what I want, and so before you get to that point, you're
turned off already.
Yeah, you know, before you get to that point, you're like, hey, you know what, this isn't working out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So then she doesn't feel like it's just he just wanted to fuck me and that was it.
Right.
You know, because it's like, no, I was looking for something sincere and it just didn't work out.
Yeah,
you know? Like, that's just, it is what it is.
Right. You know, but what I'm saying is, even if I just want to fuck them, even if I just want to hang, even if I just want to hook up, I can't even put the slight amount of work in just because they annoy me. Like I just get annoyed, and I haven't even regretted it. I'm just like I'll think back and I'm just like, damn, maybe I should have put that work. And I'm like, there's no way I could. I can't. Like I can't deal with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it always goes back to like, if it's like there, like all right, you know, we'll give it a shot. But if she's like right there, naked, ready to go. Okay, but you know, but like I
hope you say okay. Fuck.
But I just can't push myself to, because see, that's how I was before. Like I would deal with all the bullshit just so that I could get laid, and whether it was a lot of bullshit or very little bullshit, you know.
It was bullshit nonetheless.
Yeah, you know. And so for me at this point, it's just like my energy is very limited, man, for real. And it's like, if I feel like I'm almost getting disrespected because I'm giving you some of that fucking time, then I'm fucking out. Fuck off, then, you know. So that's my little rant.
That's what it is, dog.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, it was a pleasure having you on. I think we're like damn near 2 hours over here.
Jesus fucking Christ, sat in this chair for 2 hours, bro.
Yeah, bro. Hey, we got a Friendsgiving today, so we gotta go grocery shopping. We gotta get ready, and then we got a little show after that. So, but hey, man, thank you for coming through, making the drive, man. It was awesome. Honestly, we really appreciate this conversation. And the thing about it is, I knew that you would bring some value. I've known you since you were young. I could see it in you. You know what I mean? Like, you're a smart kid. You know what I mean? And you give a fuck about where you end up in life. And that's one thing I understood about you. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you for coming through. Tell the whole family hi. Yeah, man. Sure. You always got a seat here if you ever want to come. Dude, we got to do another one. I'm down. Course. We got to do an update.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, then we'll go from there.
Hell yeah.
But and you got to follow us on Instagram, motherfucker. I don't think I have you on there.
I got you.
You really?
Oh, on Insta?
Insta,
no,
yeah.
See. I got you, though.
All right, for sure, bro.
All day, baby.
All right, doggies.
All right, nice meeting you, bro.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, man.
All right, good talking.
Yeah, man, for sure. We'll do it again next time. Before we sign off, if you guys could please like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Later.
Nice. Shit, yeah.
Oh, good, man.
You sat me here for 2 hours, dog. That's a first.
Bro, that's crazy.
Hey, he's on time.
That shit goes quick.
Hey, we went for 2 hours with that.
Yeah,
bro,
man.
good.
That was sick.
That's what I'm talking about, dog.
Yup. That's worth making the drive right there, you know?